is a rewards credit card that's perfect for you. With the Capital One Venture X card, you earn unlimited double miles on everything you buy. Plus, you get premium benefits at a collection of luxury hotels when you book on Capital One Travel. And with Venture X, you get access to over 1,000 airport lounges worldwide. Open up a world of travel possibilities with the Capital One Venture X card. What's in your wallet?
Terms apply. Lounge access is subject to change. See CapitalOne.com for details.
Every 40 seconds, a child is reported missing. Find the Children is a nonprofit organization dedicated to helping find missing kids. You can be a part of their mission by donating your unwanted car. Call 1-800-294-0222. You'll receive the maximum tax deduction, and we provide fast, free pickup. Call 1-800-294-0222. Donate your unwanted or unused car. Call 1-800-294-0222. This advertisement was paid for in partnership with Cars R Us and Find the Children.
Heat up your 4th of July at the Home Depot with our wide variety of grills under $300 and make every gathering one to remember. Give your outdoor space a glow up. Whatever your budget is, with savings on seasonal plants starting at $5. With the grill fired up and your backyard set to perfection, you'll be able to invite friends and family over to kick off the party. Start celebrating with low prices guaranteed at the Home Depot. Prices may vary by store. Exclusions apply. See HomeDepot.com/price match for details.
ESPN New York, now streaming live on YouTube. Subscribe today and watch the show. WHSQ and WCBS FM HD2, New York. Bart Scott.
What the hell?
Chris Carlin.
Take a hike. We're good.
This is Bart and Carlin.
Buckle your chin strap. We about to bang.
On ESPN New York and streaming live on YouTube.
Here we go. We're about to bang on a hump day. Ty Butler in for Chris Carlin, dealing with some sniffles. My man Bart Scott's in the building. We go till 1 o'clock, leading you into the K-Show. 800-919-3776. We are at Bart and Carlin on Twitter and Instagram, streaming live on YouTube, of course, at Bart Scott 57, at Ty D Butler. Bart, what's happening, baby? It's been a minute.
I know. What up, my guy? Where you been? You know what I'm saying? Training for the marathon? That's what you're getting ready for? How's your running regimen in the summertime with the heat? Do you still?
It's tough. It's brutal, bro. You got to go at like 3, 4 o'clock in the morning. That's the problem.
Well, not lately, unless you want to run in the rain. Do you get it in regardless? Or you got your poncho, you go out there, you got your wet shoes or wet socks?
You can't go poncho because you worry about overheating. So you gotta prepare for miles 6 and 7 when your body
6 or 7.
Yeah, you got to go into it knowing that you're gonna get hot at some point.
Here's the thing, man. Like I keep telling myself I'm gonna go out and start running because it's been a long. Well, I'll never last because mentally I'll give up. Like my feet will start. For me, I have super flat feet. So when I no excuse, man. So do I. So when I jog, ever since I was a kid, when I jog, my shins get so inflamed. I either have to run really fast or not at all. It's like jogging is like tough for me. And you would say, "Oh, Bart, whatever, this all in your head." No. When I went to the Ravens, failed the conditioning test. You know what the conditioning test was?
What was that?
12 minutes on the treadmill.
Really? You failed that?
I failed it. Rod Woodson, who ran track in college, failed it.
Oh, okay. I could make the NFL then. I'd be Gucci.
Yeah. Well, you know the test I always passed?
What's that?
The 300 shuttle. You know what that is?
What's that?
All out, haul ass, change direction, come back. So
wait, hang on real quick. Before we continue, Tom, did you catch what happened about a minute ago? He said he couldn't last. So we got to get that as a drop.
Yeah,
because
you can put it.
We know that about Bart Scott. He is one who can do many things. The lasting is not one of them.
Yeah, right up there with you saying we're going to bang on a hump day.
Oh, come on, you know.
Yeah, right there. You know what I'm saying?
You know what we do.
It took you a long time to get to the screen. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I ain't see your face for a long time. You know what I'm saying?
Wait, that wasn't on my end.
Getting a little taste before work.
But you see, I am very close to the screen. Maybe I got it back because you're way back.
Oh no, not really. I just got to stand up.
Okay.
Sit up.
Yeah, but to be,
so Rod wasn't so much so many of us failed it that they actually just changed the test.
Is that how it works?
I mean, Rod Woodson was a Hall of Famer, ran track and practice, in college, and failed it. A lot of guys that did it, like, you know who passed it all the time? Like the fat guys. It's not good for, like, the little bunny rabbits. You know what I'm saying?
So the fat guys,
Linemen.
Okay.
So because they're used to running at a slow pace. Like, so the funny part, people used to hate to run with me. I'm the guy that whenever you do the condition test, whatever the test is, that's exactly the time I'm coming in. And I always purposely damn near miss the first one because I know they won't kick you off the test if you don't pass the first one. You can miss 2, right, times. Like, I would definitely, because I want to be able to set the pace. I want to be the rabbit. So everybody like, man, if I stay with Bart, don't go before him because you never know what you're going to need at the end of the test. And this is what guys are doing. For everybody out there listening, and you're trying to figure out what's happening, you have one or two type of athletes. You have the athletes, and I talked about this a little bit. You got the athletes that when you leave the last OTA and you leave for 6 weeks, you got the athletes that go out and want to go to the BET Awards, want to hang out, want to vacation, kick it, and they do that for 2 weeks or 3 weeks or who knows. So what happens is all the shape that you get, because when you go to OTAs, you're getting in football shape, which is not in running shape, right? The two are different. I don't know if you played multiple sports in high school, Ty.
I did.
So did you play football and basketball?
I was hooping.
Okay, so for
I didn't
me,
play football. We didn't have a football team in my school.
Oh, you go to all-girls school?
Come on, dog. We really want to do that today?
I mean, y'all don't have football? What school don't have football, man? What y'all playing?
We're too small. We in Bushwick, baby. Come on.
Jeez.
Yeah, I went to an all-girls school. Come on.
Well, you know what I mean. Like when y'all got like the girls in another building and the boys in another building?
Nah, that wasn't going down for me in high school.
Oh, okay.
I would not have been signing up for that.
But a lot of people did that. But anyway, so like I forgot where I was at.
Tends to happen with you.
Okay, so let me go back. I know the gist of what I was talking about.
You were talking
so like
training,
when two different sports. Like when I used to go to football practice and go like football, high school football goes right into basketball. People are like, man, you've been playing football all year, and then I can't keep up because basketball is not stop and go. You know what I mean? It's just go 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 go. So like I would be out of shape. So like guys either go on vacation early and start hanging out. So you already been in OTAs. OTAs are different because you have everybody there, right? So you're basically in football camp, but you have so many people there that's eventually gonna get cut. You got 90 people there instead of 53. Mm-hmm. So you got 90 people there. So you may only take like 2 reps per session. You might take two, 3 hard plays and you off. Then they call the 2s. Then they call the 3s. And then you got like sometime in certain positions you got a mix of 4s. So like you just chilling. So you in this mode where you chilling, and then you look up like, oh crap, we got 3 weeks before camp. So now just think, you kind of chilled during OTAs, which is like 2 weeks. Then you just chill for 3 weeks. You ain't in shape for your conditioning test. So now you got guys that started to take diet pills, water pills, trying to lose weight because they've been drinking alcohol and hanging out, and now they're trying to get their wind back up to be able to pass this test. And like if you got, and this is the thing, right? Most of us, like you said, right? You said you want to stay out of the heat, right?
Yeah.
You want to stay out the heat, right?
Or
because
the
you
sun.
said
it's hard to avoid the heat, but you want to stay out the sun.
Right, but if you run in the morning, how much sun is it? Or if you run at night, how much sun is it?
Yeah.
The temperatures are dropping. So guys start doing that, right? So guys sit up and guys are training in the morning. 8 o'clock, 7 o'clock in the morning, beating the sun out. It's real nice. Soon as it get hot, you leaving. So guess what happens on test day? Guess what time the test is ran?
Right in the middle of the
12 o'clock.
Oh, the worst.
Guess where it's ran?
Outside.
On the turf.
Yeah.
What's on the turf? Rubber pellets. What does the rubber pellets do? Hold heat.
Yes.
I've watched guys get carried off in wheelbarrows. I didn't make that up. I watched guys, they had to pick them up, put them in it was a full they put him in a wheelbarrow, dog. Listen, he was
gotta thug it out, bro. Like,
no, this is the thing, he didn't make it, right? They put him in a wheelbarrow and dump ice on him, but guess what? You have to run your test until you pass it. So all
that meant is you got to come back.
The best chance you had to make it, brother. Yeah. The best chance you have to make is when you got moral support by your teammates. When you run it again, you by yourself.
Yeah,
you ain't got no pace. You ain't got no pace rabbit. You ain't got no guy like, man, you can make it. You ain't got no guy like pulling your arm to help you make it through.
Oh my! So 12 straight minutes you got to do it. It can be at any pace.
No. No. You talk about that test. That test is ran inside on the treadmill.
Okay.
That I'm talking about the gassers. Like we used to have we had 20 50s. And you have to run 50 yards like in 6 seconds, right?
Light.
Yeah, but a fast 40 is what?
What, 3 point?
No, a fast 40 is like 40-yard dash. Most guys are running 4.5s, right?
Yeah, like a 4.4, 4.5.
Okay, you're running 10 more yards. They only giving you like 1 more second and some change, right?
Yeah.
So it ain't hard, but it ain't easy. But when it's hot out there, you got 20 of these. So you got 10, they give you a 2-minute rest, you got 10. But it's hot as fish grease. So I remember one year, I don't know if you remember this guy.
You had dudes dropping like flies.
It's funny because you can tell who been doing the work and who been messing around in between the 6 weeks that you have. See, the 6 weeks, what I used to do, if I used to go anywhere, I took my trainer with me. Guess what? You get to go on vacation.
Mm-hmm.
So I get my work in, and then – we on vacation, me, wife, and the kids. We do whatever we want to do afterwards. But Daddy gonna get that work in because you don't want to be that guy. You don't want to be that guy.
To work yourself back into shape during these during the tests that are being run in training camp.
Correct, because everybody remember. We all know Albert Hainsworth, like famously missed it like 6 times, and they made him run it 6 times.
You got a lot of athletes, and this happens in the NBA too, where it's different. But people show up trying to work themselves back into shape.
Yeah. You can work yourself back into shape, but you got to pass a test.
Yeah, it's different.
So the test that I'm talking about, the hardest test that to do is the 300-yard shuttles, and like the hardest ones to do is the 20s. So 300-yard shuttles is like you got to do like 4 300s, right? But when you go on 20 yards. You can't really get out that fast, right? Because it's better to do the 50s because that's just 50 6 times and back.
Yeah.
Run to the 50-yard line, bam. Down and back is 100. 6 times. But when it's 20, that's 12. So soon as you get there, you got to stick your leg.
You got to come back.
So you can't build up like the momentum to use your long speed. So like guys used to do that. But then what happens is you do the first one, right? And you're like, shoo. You do the second one, you do the third one, you're like, God, I don't know I'm going to make it. So that last one, like, it's all heart because you ain't going to have no legs. Your butt going to be burning. The lactic acid, you frying filet of fish.
Man, that's tough.
And if you miss about 1 second, it don't matter. You fail. Oh, man.
Maybe your baseball team could use some 300s.
I like your transition
because they're pathetic. Now it's so funny. The worst thing that happened for both the Yankees and the Mets was for basketball season to end because now, especially with Team USA bowing out, they have center stage and it is ugly. So where do you want to start? It's your show. I'll give you the option. Do you want to start with the Yankees or the Mets?
I mean, the Yankees. I think we still have faith that when Judge comes back, when we think Goldsmith, he won't stay here 0 for 30. He was just hot as a firecracker. It's the ebb and flows. Maybe they're getting ready for the All-Star break. We believe that the Yankees are going to be fine, no matter what. They're still on.
What's
they're
fine
still in second place.
Because what's fine? Give me the definition of fine.
They'll make it to the playoffs,
but that's not good enough. When has making it to the playoffs ever been good enough for the Yankees?
If they get in the playoffs when everybody comes back, Judge's going to come back middle of August, so he's probably out for like 6 more weeks. Okay, well, 6 weeks. Well, 6 weeks, then we'll assess that. Let's see if Cashman is proactive and go get Scrubble, go get guys, because if the Yankees can't hit, you got to make sure that the other team can't hit either, right? So let's see that. But I much rather – I think the juicier story, I think the soap opera story – it's the Mets because it's falling apart. They've already fired the coach. They don't have they have an interim coach that they already said has no chance. He's going back upstairs. He's going back upstairs afterwards.
Which made no sense to me to announce that during the year.
I mean, hopefully they make it right by making it Alex Cora. Hopefully they make it right by doing that.
But Bart, tell me, you rid him of all of his authority if you tell the entire team, he's not coming back.
Correct.
At the end of the season.
I mean,
so if I'm a player, why do I now have to listen to this guy? We know he's going back to the front office.
Because Stern has the authority to say we getting him up out of here. Like we just heard, we heard Cohen say that Stern is not going anywhere. He's going to live out the life of his contract. So Stern has the ability to make it right.
But what I'm saying is,
it's like a substitute teacher. We get it.
Yes. Why would you announce to the team that the guy who is the interim manager is not coming back? Like, why would you announce that immediately? It makes no sense.
I mean, I think we all knew that he was going to be a substitute teacher.
Even if that's the case,
I think the
you
players
still don't make it public. You still don't tell the team that.
But an interim coach, nobody respects an interim coach anyway.
But you respect him much less if we know that's his apex, being an interim.
Tell me this. What interim coach in recent history, especially in New York sports, has ever got the job? You think about Dan Campbell down in Miami, didn't get the job.
I'd have to think about that.
Like most of the time, so players know that he a lame duck. They know that he a lame duck.
Yeah, I understand that, but it's still the wrong. It's still the wrong decision.
You're just mad that they said it
like
to
Kafka,
you guys.
right? The Giants did it with Kafka, right? But they at least told you, hey, he is auditioning for the position. We knew he wasn't going to get the job, but still, you want him to have some level of authority.
What's Olbrich?
Oh, Jeff Olbrich. Yeah, the Jets did the same thing when Salah got fired after Week 5.
We knew he wasn't getting the job.
We knew that, but you still want to put him in best position to succeed, so his teammates or so the players on the roster respect him.
I think you're just upset that they told you. All players have played sports long enough know that unless you go on a run and they change things around, that interim coach don't have a chance in hell.
I'm not disagreeing with that. I just think it's on the long list of mistakes that the Mets make, where some of them are unforced. Like Cohen, I didn't agree with him all of a sudden bringing back up the Soto and Lindor relationship. We knew that they weren't boys. But to recreate that, to make it a story again, just didn't make sense to me.
Well, maybe making a story is thoughtful.
No, it's
and premeditated.
Not. No.
You don't think it could be premeditated?
No, because now we're back to talking about it.
Because
we were done having that discussion.
Exactly. So now if you want to stir up some opportunities to be able to potentially move Lindor, you plant some of these seeds, you got to remind the fans where we at and why we here.
Nah, but that's not the way to go about it. You're tanking his trade value.
No, because
yes, you are.
I don't think you're tanking his trade value by showing how good he is.
No, you're tanking his trade value if you are allowing us to once again do a deep dive into what exactly happened between these two dudes. Like, why is the relationship so bad? And by the way, I don't know whose fault it is, but they both look bad. They both look bad. Both Lindor and Soto look bad, and how this thing has kind of, become just an absolute disaster on their watch. I don't know that Soto's a great leader. I know he's a great player. I know he's a transcendent, super-duper star. I don't know he's a great leader, and I'll give you credit because we talked before the show, and you analogized it, I should say, to Durant. Like maybe it's a Durant type of situation where he's a great player and just wants to show up and hoop, and Soto just wants to show up and play ball and doesn't want to have to be a leader. Maybe that's the case. But neither of these guys seem to be, when it comes to a team chemistry standpoint, capable of rallying the troops and getting this thing back to respectability.
Well, first of all, they haven't been on the field together. I mean, the injuries, I think, has a lot to do. Maybe, they still would have been bad this year, but maybe they win 6 more. Maybe they're six more games ahead, than if they would have been together. And because what they do is provide protection for guys like Benj, for guys, in the lineup not to have as much pressure because you kind of pitch around those two guys. And, they both have to take accountability for where the relationship is and the fact that it's public. It shouldn't be public that.
But again, it wasn't public until. Yeah,
but it's been public.
Kind of moved on. We had moved on from that though.
Right. Another relationship that had just moved on. The Jason Tatum and Jaylen Brown had moved on. right? But it's always there because it's uncomfortable because you can see, like when you watch a team, you watch the Knicks, you can tell that for the most part, everybody, at least the major players, everybody likes each other.
Yeah.
Like when you see, I can't remember one image in my head where Soto and Lindor is doing some type of baseball handshake.
Well, even opening day in the little lineup, dapping like they skipped each other in the dap up down the line, which was odd.
Right, so
and
that's
people pointed that out.
So that's personal, right? Anytime you don't even dap somebody up before the game, like that's not like, oh, we don't hang out, but but he my teammate, we cool.
Yeah, it's something
that's like pfft, I don't rock with you, dog. I don't rock with you.
But listen, I've heard the point at 800-919-3776. We do have to hit a break here. I've heard the point made when it comes to their relationship. Hey, you don't need guys on the team to like each other to win.
But it helps.
And to some extent, I understand it. What can't happen, though, is when you are, and I'm not trying to be harsh, this is just the facts, when you are a losing organization and built into your DNA is that of losing, you need your two cornerstone franchise pieces to be leaders. You can't have them not liking each other and it be a massive story. And then we come to see that since the relationship started, they've been awful. Back-to-back years of missing the playoffs. That's not a coincidence. So, yes, in certain scenarios, you can get away with the best players on the team not liking each other. Shaq and Kobe had their issues. But when you're trying to create something special that you really don't have a prerequisite for, at least with this group, you kind of need them to be on the same page, and that hasn't been the case.
Yeah. Well, we all know that maybe potentially one must go.
Which is insane,
and
right?
So we know if one must go, which one is going to be. Not the generational, arguably does. If you had to rank Soto in MLB, where would he rank as far as best players in baseball?
Position play, I'd say he's a top 10 player, like absolutely. And his defense has been a lot better this year. You saw he had a incredible diving catch last night. He's one of the top 10 players in the sport.
Top 10, is that worthy for the highest paid player in baseball?
Well, I was going to be a question I posed to you, and we'll hit a break here at 800-919-3776. So, 2, should the Mets trade Francisco Lindor, as you see if you're watching us on YouTube? But the second thing is, if you had to do it all over again, would you still give Juan Soto that contract? Sit on that. Let it marinate. We hit a break. We come back. It's Bart and Carlin. Ty Butler in for Chris Carlin today. We go to 1 right here on ESPN New York.
1-877 Cars for Kids. KARS Cars for Kids. 1-877 Cars for Kids. Donate your car today.
Call 877-CARS for Kids to reach a friendly live agent. Donation is super easy, and your car can be picked up as soon as tomorrow. Call us now or go to carsforkids.org.
7 Cars for Kids. Donate your car today.
Did you know you can donate real estate too?
Busy morning in Midtown. We still have 42nd and 43rd Streets closed between 2nd and 3rd Avenues. Continued emergency repairs to that building issue since yesterday, and 2nd and 3rd Avenues are open in that area. However, in Harlem, southbound 2nd Avenue is closed because of a rescue at a construction site there at 109th Street. On the west side, northbound 10th Avenue, 2 lanes are closed with a manhole fire at 42nd Street. On the LIE, westbound at Motor Parkway, exit 55, a crash 2 right lanes, and at the Cross Island Parkway, westbound LIE, an accident left lane. East Patchogue, Sunrise Highway westbound at Hospital Road, a crash blocking the left lane. I'm Bob Williams on 880 ESPN New York.
Listen up. Fanatics Fest returns to the Javits Center July 16th through the 19th for 4 days of nonstop action right in the middle of the biggest sports weekend of the summer. See more than 500 athletes and celebrities, including Aaron Judge, Kevin Durant, Jalen Brunson, Jay-Z, Travis Scott, and hundreds more. All at the world's #1 sports fan festival. Tickets are on sale now. Grab yours before they're gone at fanaticsfest.com.
Hi, this is Don LaGreca. Just like the New Jersey Devils bring intensity on the ice, Viking Pest Control brings the same level of protection to your home. And I know because I use choose Viking at my own place. The season may be over, but pests are always in play, so it's time to lock in your off-season defense. As the pest control provider and proud partner of the Devils, Viking delivers 45 years of trusted experience to keep ants, cockroaches, stinging insects, rodents, mosquitoes, and more out of your zone. And when you bundle pest control mosquito services, you score big savings. One call, one company, total peace of mind. Visit VikingPest.com, protecting your home inside and out.
Miller time. People think it just happens, but that's not true. You know what you gotta do? You gotta go say hello with some beers. Make the plans. Forget the couch. Go to that thing. Play the game. See them in person. Talk to that stranger. Live a little. Small acts of rebellion that bring us together. Because legendary moments start with a light. It's Miller time. Celebrate responsibly. 2026 Miller Brewing Company, Milwaukee, Wisconsin.
This is Don, Hahn, and Rosenberg.
It's time to start calling guys out. There's been a lack of accountability with the Yankees forever, where you've got a manager that defends. The players are way too comfortable. Everybody gets apologies for how they play. Maybe it's not a lack of focus. Maybe it's just a lack of accountability that they know at the end of the day, I'm still going to be in the lineup. I'm still going to get defended by the organization.
Don, Hahn, and Rosenberg. Weekdays at 3 on ESPN New York and streaming live on YouTube.
On the biggest stage in the world, FanDuel is changing the game because sometimes your player gets subbed off and your bet goes with them. Not anymore. With FanDuel Super Sub, if your player is subbed out, your bet stays in. That's right. If your player leaves the match, your bet continues on with the substitute. So you're still in it until the final whistle. On the biggest stage in the world, FanDuel is changing the game because sometimes your player gets subbed off and your bet goes with them. Not anymore. With FanDuel Super Sub, if your player is subbed out, your bet stays in. That's right. If your player leaves the match, your bet continues on with the substitute. So you're still in it until the final whistle. Visit FanDuel.com/local to get started now. Let there be goals this summer on FanDuel. 21 and over, physically present in New York. For help with a gambling problem, call 877-HOPE-NY. Thanks, HOPE-NY, 467-369.
In my world, you're always sorting through information, trying to find what matters most fast. Well, if you're hiring, you can now review all these resumes and applications faster thanks to ZipRecruiter. ZipRecruiter has a new feature that instantly shows you the most interested, qualified candidates first. ZipRecruiter's matching technology finds qualified candidates quickly. And with ZipRecruiter's new feature, qualified candidates show up at the top of your list. Try it for free at ZipRecruiter.com/sports. Meet your match on ZipRecruiter.
Shh, here she comes. Surprise! They sent a duplicate shipment to your flower shop. Now you have to pay for 1,000 extra carnations. Also, there's a beehive outside your store, and they're super aggressive. There's thousands of them.
Progressive knows small business owners usually don't like surprises because they cost you money. But a good surprise, saving 10% or more on commercial auto insurance when you pay in full.
Also, the egg salad you just ate was expired. Gross.
Surprise yourself. See if you can save in as little as 8 minutes at progressivecommercial.com. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and affiliates. Discounts not available in all states or situations.
There we go. Little Drizzy on this summer.
We accept him again?
Morning. What you mean again? We've always accepted Drake. We just told him he got his ass beat in a rap battle. And Drake fans and stands got all sensitive.
Then he came back and replied 4 years later. 2 years later. Like, man,
I didn't want to hear the
classic
response.
light-skinned stuff.
I didn't want to hear the response.
Yeah. Once you get your ass kicked, we don't want you to come back and say something later.
But chill out. Stop with the light skin stuff. Stop generalizing and putting us all under one umbrella.
No, you like a nougat. You like toffee.
I'm kind of light skinned.
No, you're not. You toffee.
You've called me light skinned on this show before.
I called you light bread. That's different. Honey wheat.
That's
different. It's a difference. Yes, you honey wheat. You like Barack Obama, Will Smith. That's a different category. You know what I'm saying? Drake is like French Montana, DJ Khaled. That's a different color. Like Jason Tatum, LaMelo Ball. That's a different type of light bread. Yeah. That's straight white bread.
I like being compared to Barack Obama, by the way. I took that as a nice compliment. I appreciate that.
Just colorism.
Oh, just colorism? So not like intellect or like success?
I call you Boris Cujo. I mean, I can name some people that's your color that ain't nothing, but then you wouldn't know who I was talking about.
Yeah, that's true. By the way, before we get to the phone call,
you want me to call you Tigger?
Nah, don't do that. Don't do that. 800-919-3776. So I can't wait to tell you about this movie I watched last night. And the reason why I watched it was because I was looking for another movie that I hadn't seen before. Couldn't find it. And you're going to be very disappointed that I've never seen this movie before. So I can't wait to tell you about that later.
Okay.
800-919-3776. Let's talk to the people. Want to talk to the people?
Yeah, I want to see if they as concerned as you are, and I are. Yes.
I like that.
We are.
I like the use of the English language there.
Hold on, brother. You. I let two words that you didn't say right, anaglycodize, and I let that ride. But you see how you, but see when you got a chance to point my flaws out or my misspokes, see how you just pointed out? Typical honeysuckle dude.
Light skinned dude.
Nah, you honeysuckle too, honeyweed.
Call me Barack Obama all show today. I'm going to
call you Tigger.
No, in the
basement.
Please don't do that. Battle lead off for us today at 800-919-3776. We go to Dove in Boston. What's up, Dove?
Oh, what's going on, my man? The Barack Obama of radio, as I've always thought it was, you know?
I love it.
Yes, we can.
When
they go low, we go high, baby. What's up?
100%. I love it. And like Michelle, you can show off the arms. I love it.
Michelle's arm's a little bit bigger than his.
Come on.
So with this
that reminds me,
we got
to get to that post that ESPN New York put up about Rick DiPietro yesterday.
Okay.
But go ahead, Dove. I'm sorry. We keep interrupting you. What do you got?
Oh, how dare you, my friend? How dare you? It's not like it's your show. So as far as this whole Lindor and Soto thing, I've kind of got a through line that I think is what's going on here. You know, listen, Lindor was the de facto captain. He was on track to be captain. Soto gets here, doubles his salary, gets a family suite, and now all of a sudden Steve Cohen's saying there was never going to be a captain. I don't know why anyone's talking about captain. There'll never be a captain. On top of that, now you're starting to see the Ewings and the Benjes flock to Juan Soto because it's different. This guy is a legend to them. This guy is Paul Bunyan. You know, he's Aaron Rodgers to them. And Lindor is just like a respectable leader who they like and is very talented, and it's just different. And I think Lindor feels that, and I think there's some sour grapes going on here. And, you know, this is the same guy who gave a thumbs down to the home crowd when he got booed. So he's very capable of getting a little emotional and feeling a little, well, if you don't like me, I don't like you. Now he's got braids going on. It's like Bizarro Lindor. You know, like,
is he OG Bobby Johnson now? What does the braids mean? He's not OG Bobby Johnson. I get what you're saying, and I understand what you're talking about as far as, you know, they stripped the power from him. Like, if he's on track and he's played well, he's drugged this team to the playoffs, and then here comes a new guy that's the most popular, most famous person in baseball, and he gets an opportunity. And he's getting all the love. He's getting the suite. He's getting catered to. He's sitting out in the outfield with the assistant general manager with his arms around him on a couch and not there with his people. Then you can create some separation. And if I'm a great player too, I'm not going to really accept that. I mean, you look at what happened with Shohei Ohtani, and you look at what happened with Mike Trout. It never seemed like it was any animosity there. It seemed like they both respected each other and their talents, and everything was good there. You see Ohtani going to the Dodgers. It didn't really mean that Mookie Betts was less than, even though Ohtani got the big deal. So it depends on how you take it. But, the fact that they're not friends, it's been a lot of guys in a lot of places where people weren't friends. But, you still have to be professionals, and you still have – it shouldn't be where we don't see. It should be things where people in the locker rooms like, they don't really rock with him. Or something like that. Like, me and Ray Lewis played with each other for a long time, but it was an age gap. He was older than me. He was in a different position in life. His age, what he was looking for, and he was more mature than me. I was just a wild young kid, so I hung with guys like Ed Reed, that was my age, and other great players. Respected Ray, but I wasn't the guy that I know he was going to call and say, let's go get some wine, let's go get some dinner, let's go hang out. All right, well, let's go to another call.
All right, let's hit up Ernie in Roseland right now, who wants to talk about the whole Lindor Soto thing.
Hey, guys, how are you? You had me remembering Serena Williams dancing at the Super Bowl with your discussion about Drake.
Yeah, man. She had the crib walk going on.
Yeah, man. Yes, she did. Listen, this is I think Soto's been everything that you could have asked for and everything that you knew you were getting. I have no issue with the Soto signing. I think it's a leadership question. You could probably pin it both on Cohen and Stearns. They just didn't seem to read the dynamic in the locker room. And Bart, how many locker rooms have you been in, right? You were just talking about it. It seems to me like they made a bet. Let's dispatch Alonso. And I don't like how they handled that. I don't think anybody who's a Mets fan did like how that was handled. So I think Lindor, unfortunately, might have to go. I know Cohen's doubled down and saying he's not, but I don't see how the culture in the Mets can be saved if you have this rift. And they can say it's healed, but it never really heals.
I wonder, Nimmo being gone, Alonso being gone, McNeil especially being gone because he was an outspoken player. I wonder if that's a result to Juan Soto maybe not liking the way of them not, really buying into the Juan Soto acquisition and not making him feel welcome. You know what I mean? Because you can bring in a big player. That's why I brought it early in the show. That's why I brought up Kevin Durant. Because Kevin Durant is a guy that who didn't believe that when Kevin Durant went to Houston, that Houston wouldn't be like one of the best teams in the West. I know Van Fleet got hurt and they didn't have a point guard all year, but Kevin Durant's bounced around in Phoenix, mixing with Devin Booker, didn't work out, right? So he's been bouncing around from here to here. That's why I'm a little hesitant with the reports that he may be going to the Detroit Pistons, because I don't know if it would mess up that chemistry, even though Trajan Langdon is doing a great job himself trading a lot of guys out. If he traded, Karis LeVert yesterday, who we thought played a pivotal role in the playoffs, traded him for two guys in a ham sandwich.
But chemistry is everything, and it can be very fickle, right? But you can't thrive if you don't have good chemistry. It doesn't mean everybody has to be friends, but you need chemistry. And right? Maybe that environment in the Met locker room embroiled so many different personalities that just weren't going to get along. But what you're seeing now with the way you see it in Lindor's play too, right? And
it's his body language. It's his body language.
I don't know. The body language just isn't there. And I love Lindor, and I'll always remember 24, right? That home run against the Phillies. Who's not going to remember that? But sometimes things just run their course. And if this team's going to get going again, I think Juan Soto, Ewing, and Benj are probably the core of that, and hopefully they bring in some young pitching around McLean to get it going. I just don't see how it works with Lindor. He's the odd man out. Sorry. And I love him, but I think he's the odd man out.
Well, thanks for the call. Like I said before, the Mets find themselves in a very precarious spot. They have to figure out what they're going to do, how they're going to build this team going forward. And I know that Cohen said that, Stern was safe and that he was going to see it out, that he brought him in here, he trusts the process. But I'm trying to figure out what is the process. I'm trying to figure out, what his beliefs is, because the way that Stern decides to build a team hasn't worked. His belief in how to build a bullpen. I forgot who we had on last week, but we were discussing, the bullpen and what happens with building a pitching staff and opportunities to make the team better. And he hasn't made the team better because of his beliefs. So can Stern pivot? Because clearly what he has to recognize is that the Mets in the New York market is not the Brewers market. Yes, he has more money, which sometimes that can be a gift and a curse, because the gift and the curse is the belief that you can, do the same thing and replicate something in a different place, but it's different environments. And environment matters just as much as anything. And we watch the Brewers. The Brewers haven't missed a beat, right? So it lets me know that it was more about the infrastructure than it was about one single person. It's one of those things like when you talk about the Patriots. Like, well, what was the Patriot way? Was the Patriot way the Patriots, or was the Patriot way Bill Belichick, or was the Patriot way Tom Brady? That's something that we're going to have to recognize and figure things out. as far as what we're going to do going forward. Let's do if we have any more calls. Of course, if you guys have been listening to us, we lost Ty Butler. He got that slow ski internet. He'll be back. Hopefully, we'll figure that out in a little bit.
Bart, let's head to David and Elizabeth right now, who also wants to talk about the Mets.
Yeah, see, Dave always brings us through. We can always count on Dave to be on the line.
Yeah.
Like Pretty
Hi.
Ricky. Hey, what's up?
Hi.
How you doing?
She wanted me to FaceTime you at the beach bash, but, it was too hot to do all that.
Yeah,
So
your phone would have melted.
I thought you was. Oh yeah, she was like, yes, fat. She's like, she over here like, yo, what happened to FaceTime with Bart? I'm like, yo, my bad, it was too hot. I was like, I'll let you say hi to Bart. Yo, Bart. So check this out, right?
Yeah.
My bad, go ahead.
No, you got it.
You go FaceTime.
No, I was saying, leave your man. Come on, man. You gotta wait. It's a delay. It's a delay on TV, on radio. I was going to say, give Tom your number, and I'll FaceTime. And I'll talk to her.
All right, well, appreciate that, man. Because both of them, they wanted to kill me.
Oh
yeah, both of them wanted to kill me. Like, you said you was gonna FaceTime Chef and Bart. I'm like, I know, my bad. So anyway, I want to say this, man. I was gonna come for Ty Butler, pause, because he over here talking about the Mets pathetic. No disrespect to Yankee fans, no disrespect to the Yankees organization, but bro, you guys are in the same boat as us. Look, you're Big Fish, your captain, not playing, and you guys are playing terrible baseball. I'm gonna give credit where credit is due. I like Jazz Chisholm. I like Cody Bellinger. We all respect Judge, and I'm not gonna hold you. Yep, Goldsmith, he be playing too. I'm gonna call a spade a spade. That boy Cam Schlittler, he is a problem, and I'll give respect where respect is due. The Yankees, they got a good club, but bro, don't call my ball club pathetic when your ball club ain't doing that well. Y'all playing the Eastern Conference of the MLB, and y'all be struggling, and your big fish ain't there. And I'm not a Yankee hater. I go to Yankee Stadium myself and watch games here and there, even though I'm a Met guy. But you know what I'm saying? I just wanted to clear that up real quick. Another thing I want to say too, Bart. I really hope that Mara and Woody could connect on something with the grass. I would love the grass to stay there for this upcoming season. Because, I wouldn't like none of our guys, whether Giants or Jets, get hurt or anybody from the opposing team get hurt because they're going to bring the turf back in and they're going to get rid of the grass when the grass is already there and they're enjoying it. Yeah. I don't understand why they don't want to keep that there.
Man, I tell you what,
other than that, man,
I don't know how true it is. I don't know how true it is, but, it's been speculation that maybe Woody might want to have a clean slate of rebranding. And if that's so, they could move, try and get a stadium in Long Island. I think it's long overdue. One of the most profitable organizations don't have their own stadium. You know what I mean? Because no matter what, it always comes off as this giant stadium because they have the championships. We need to get change our fortune around, get our own stadium, man. Just my opinion.
I agree with you. I agree with you 100%. I mean, I love it that it's in our backyard. It's not that far for me to get there. But even if they went to Long Island, I'll be there like it's my backyard as well because that's my organization, and I'm always going to wave that Jets flag. So if he wants to leave, hopefully he does grass or whatever they do. I would just like the grass to get there so we have some competitive competition where guys aren't getting hurt and they're putting their best foot forward. Damn, there was something else I was going to tell you too, but I lost my sense of thought. We'll chop it up another day.
Yeah, it'll come back to you tomorrow,
yes,
man.
Sir.
Thanks for the call as always, Dave, and we'll get that number. We FaceTime the kitty bitties, man. Summertime, it's nothing like having the kids at home and then waiting for you to go out and do something. You got to plan the day for them. We're gonna take a quick break. We're gonna come back and figure out if we can find Ty Butler on a milk carton. See if he can get that next telephone chirping. If anything, call in. So we'll be right back after this. Keep the lines going. Bart and Carlin be back in a few.
This is the Michael K. Show.
You might all disagree with me on this. 7th game of the World Series. Yankees have to win to be champions. Every single one of their starting pitching is available. I could choose between Garrett Cole, a former Cy Young Award winner. I could choose between Max Fried, Carlos Rodon, Will Warren, Ryan Weathers, or Cam Schlittler. There's one guy on the staff that's dominant and great, and that's Schlittler.
The Michael K. Show, weekdays at 1 on ESPN New York and streaming live on YouTube. Presented by the Parisman Firm.
Good Karma Brands is proud to be an equal opportunity employer, providing equal employment, development, and advancement opportunities to all teammates and applicants. To learn more about careers with us, please send an email to talentacquisition@goodkarmabrands.com. That's talentacquisition at goodkarmabrands.com.
At City Harvest, we believe no New Yorker has to go hungry. With your help, we're on the road 365 days a year, rescuing over 77 million pounds of nutritious food and delivering it free to millions of New Yorkers, transforming surplus food into sustenance, sustainability, and smiles, rallying thousands of New Yorkers to power a network of nourishment across our city. One day, one meal, and one New Yorker at a time. That's how we feed good. Donate at cityharvest.org.
Long Island is more exciting than ever at Jake's 58 Casino Hotel. This July, join us for the Great American Giveaway and your chance to win your share of $175,000. Earn entries daily all month long. Then be here on July 31st from 3 till 6 p.m. when 2 lucky winners will be drawn every hour to win up to $20,000 cash. Then at 7 p.m., one grand prize winner will take home $75,000 cash at Jake's 58 Casino Hotel.
If gambling is a problem for you or someone you care about, please call the 24-hour toll-free helpline at 1-877-8-HOPE-NY or text HOPE-NY.
This is DiPietro and Rothenberg.
Speaking of questions. Buster, I mean, Volpe hasn't kind of blossomed into what they expected. Thank God for Paul Goldschmidt, but now, I mean, at third base.
And he actually cannot end it with just a defined question.
Here's the thing for me. It drove me crazy last year with the Yankees. I'm a Mets fan. Do you think they do both, or do they prioritize the pitching over maybe some help at third base?
Maybe we taste real true torture.
That'll teach them.
Yeah.
If you do that and it truly takes the next step in terms of being a mental block, you end up with something like this.
What happened? I don't know what happened, but why Bregman not back?
Morning Start with DiPietro and Rothenberg. Weekdays from 6 to 10 on ESPN New York and streaming live on YouTube.
Every 40 seconds, a child is reported missing. Find the Children is a nonprofit organization dedicated to helping find missing kids. You can be a part of their mission by donating your unwanted car. Call 1-800-294-0222. You'll receive the maximum tax deduction and we provide fast, free pickup. Call 1-800-294-0222. Donate your unwanted or unused car. Call 1-800-294-0222. This advertisement was paid for in partnership with Cars R Us and Find the Children.
Less than 4 in 10 kids aged 6 through 12 are playing sports regularly. 4 in 10 kids? Let it sink in. Just 4 in 10 kids. ESPN is building a nationwide coalition powered by Disney called Take Back Sports, with the purpose of training more coaches, expanding access, and creating community-driven sports programming that puts kids and fun first. We're working on that story. We hope you'll join us.
Visit takebacksports.org to learn more.
Hi, this is Don LaGreca. Just like the New Jersey Devils bring intensity on the ice, Viking Pest Control brings the same level of protection to your home. And I know because I use Viking at my own place. The season may be over, but pests are always in play. So it's time to lock in your off-season defense. As the pest control provider and proud partner of the Devils, Viking delivers 45 years of trusted experience to keep ants, cockroaches, stinging insects, rodents, mosquitoes, and more out of your zone. And when you bundle pest control mosquito services, you score big savings. One call, one company, total peace of mind. Visit VikingPest.com, protecting your home inside and out.
Miller time. People think it just happens, but that's not true. You know what you gotta do? You gotta go say hello with some beers. Make the plans. Forget the couch. Go to that thing. Play the game. See them in person. Talk to that stranger. Live a little. Small acts of rebellion that bring us together. Because legendary moments start with a light. It's Miller time. Celebrate responsibly. 2026 Miller Brewing Company, Milwaukee, Wisconsin.
Congratulations, New York. The Knicks did it. Through battle after battle, they dominated to become this year's NBA champions. Day in and day out, the hard work paid off, and you were there every step of the way. Enjoy the crown. Own it, because this year is your year. A part of your legacy that will never be forgotten. So celebrate this moment, show your pride, and shop the largest selection of official NBA gear at NBAstore.com. A Fanatics experience.
Me, ding, 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 ding. It's just me, myself, and I. Engine on the wall. Yeah, you back. It ain't Bart Carlin, it ain't Bart Ty. It's Bart, a.k.a. Roscoe Jenkins. Get on the line. This may be the only time I ever had to be solo mijo. 1-800-919-3776. I tell you what, man. For soccer to get the back page 2 days in a row just lets you know how disappointed we are as Americans that Pulisic?
That's a Christian Pulisic.
Pulisic. Yeah, Pulisic. Mama named him Clay. I'm going to call him Clay. I tell you what, man, this guy, you talk about not reading the room. I don't know if you got time. I don't know if you heard his comments that he made, after, kind of, I guess this is like when you get in your garbage bags and you're starting to walk out, you know what I'm saying? He didn't read the room well, man. Do you have the clip of how he summed everything up, his injury and his disappointment?
Oh, I sure do. Here we go. This is Christian Pulisic after the game, after U.S. was eliminated versus Belgium the other night.
Just twisted my ankle and just sprained my ankle. I mean, it's just frustrating to end like that, of course. But now I got time to rest, so hopefully it'll be okay.
Oh, you got time to rest now? You do.
You got 4 years to rest. Like, Jesus Christ. Like, can you read the room? You talk about, like, I don't know, like, I haven't been this disappointed since the Wild Wild West came out. I don't know if you ever seen that movie, but it was a movie with Will Smith, and it's supposed to be like this old school Wild Wild West cowboy movie. And my nephew begged me to take him, and I took him. And midway in the movie, I wanted to punch him in the face. So I knew I could never get that 2 minutes back. The worst movie Will Smith ever did. I think it was him and Calvin Klein. Horrible movie. That's what I felt like. Watching. That's why when we talked to Hercules yesterday, I told him when I go up to the upper room and I meet the maker, I'm going to ask 12-pound, 6-ounce baby Jesus to please let me get that time of my life back. Send me back for 90 minutes so I can go back and rock out with my socks out. You know what I'm saying? Because you can never get that back. You talk about the USA soccer team and how they captivated us, right? They pulled us in with all these other outside rounds and everything. They were all setups, man. And then when it came time, when they had our attention, in Seattle, laid a freaking egg. And I love the fact that, he's on the back page, and what it basically talks about is in the round of 16, the program is exactly where it was 4 years ago after capitalizing on play on home soil. That's as far as they can get, man. Biggest disappointment, then you go in there, you open it up. I'm one of the few people that still get the newspaper. I got F's and D's all over there for their report card, man. And after today, I will no longer talk about the men's soccer team because they're not even worth my headache. I got enough to worry about with the Jets, the Giants, and the Mets. Disappoint me that I have to worry about the USA soccer team, man. This was a disgrace, and I'm ready to turn the page. I don't know if our callers are. They were pretty fired up yesterday, Tom. But let's go out to the hotline. My boy Gilberto in the truck has been waiting for 21 minutes. That's light work right there, Gilberto.
What's up, Big B? You're doing a solo act today.
Hey, I'm Roscoe Jenkins. I'm Roscoe Jenkins, baby. I kicked Ty off the show. I said, Ty, take a time out, go out, get your head right, come back when you're ready to play. I want winners.
I see that Mr. Bauer is there with you and assisting you very, very eloquently.
Yeah, Bow.
We spoke about this before, man, Lindor and Soto. And I told you, this drama was going to go into the season and bother the Mets. I saw it in April. This conversation was out in April with all the trolling and all the little mixed messages. You know what I'm saying?
Friends,
I'm sorry, man. The cachet is bigger with Soto. And Soto already got 20 homers. I think he's got 50 RBIs or better. You know what I'm saying? He's the only one producing. If you got your feelings hurt and you can't do what you said before, act like a professional with Lindor, then it's time to move him on. But one thing that I hated from the beginning, and we all spoke about this, and you spoke about this the loudest, how Stearns neutered the manager.
Yep.
And I'm still trying to figure that out. Was that a power struggle? He wanted to show that he was the man? You know what I'm saying? Neutered the manager and then says what Ty said also, that he brought in the new intern and didn't give him no power. You know what I'm saying? I feel like this guy's destroying the Mets from within. Let me know what you think. Keep up the good work, Bart. You're the best.
Well, Gilberto, sometimes you got to tear it down to build it up, right? I don't know if this is part of the process. I don't know what Stearns' timeline is, right? I can remember when Harbaugh came in. I can remember Steve Bisciotti coming in, and he says, I expect to win a Super Bowl in 5 years. He said, that's my goal. That's the timeline that Harbaugh is on. And, the first year we went to the AFC Championship. And then, they had some disappointments, but eventually they won in 2012, right? So I don't know what Stearns' big picture is. I don't know what he's building. I mean, he took a lot of contracts that were bad, right? We talk about Peralta, if we're going to get rid of him, if we're going to trade him. But at this point, we got to see what we can get. And if Lindor brings back the biggest return, or if anybody just takes on that salary that gives you financial flexibility, somebody that's looking for, a great Gold Glove caliber shortstop that can figure out, and has a good bat and leadership, and I don't really call Lindor loquacious like you think of when you think about what's my boy who stepped in the ditch? The Hall. Tom, I forget the guy that stepped in the ditch that was here that they got during the break when they went to the World Series in 2015. But what I'm saying is, they have to get whatever they can get. Cespedes, yeah. He wasn't like some super loquacious guy that was just all over the place. I think Lindor's a true leader. And then when you take a guy that's a true leader and been a leader everywhere he's went, I don't know if he can be himself if he's not empowered and emboldened. And that's something that the Mets are going to have to consider. But the problem is Lindor. This is what I would do. I would go to Lindor and I would ask him, does he want to be here? I would wonder if he's willing to be here, and if he doesn't want to be here, he'll waive his no trade clause. That'll let you know where his mind is if they can coexist. We played around with this, but everybody that we've ever said this about, Ty, everybody we've ever said this about, when you talk about can they coexist, ultimately couldn't. Shaq and Kobe couldn't exist. Durant and Westbrook couldn't exist. Jason Tatum and Jaylen Brown couldn't exist. So I think that the Mets are just delaying and inevitable when you think about the fact that, you got a chemistry problem in your clubhouse. And you got two dynamic personalities that at the end of the day, two dynamic personalities that is going to take out the air and the oxygen in the room. Soto may not do it by speaking, but he does it with his actions, and he does it because he's a hero a lot of these young players, because he is one of the most talented players. And, it's hard to admit, but a guy like Lindor has to say that, hey, he's better than me, and be able to accept that. And with him being better, see, Lindor's not used to people getting the treatment that he's thought was reserved for him, because he's always been, if not the best, one of the best players on the team. And he's still one of the best players on the team, but the gap is a lot bigger than it's ever been in any other clubhouse that Lindor's ever been in.
But those other examples were guys who won championships. Shaq and Kobe had won 3 championships already. You had
Tatum and Jaylen Brown.
Jaylen and Brown and Tatum had won a championship. Katie and Russ didn't, but they at least been to an NBA Finals. And so, to me, the reason can't be it cannot be that Lindor is unable to handle another guy getting the stardom and another guy getting the shine. That's immature.
It's not
immature.
That. You know what's immature, Ty? What's immature is we know that Lindor was in line to be the next captain, which is a very distinguished position when you think about the Mets. And the fact that because you didn't want to ruffle the feathers of Soto, who has just came to town, who couldn't be the captain because he just got there. Captains aren't picked out by the owners.
But why would that ruffle Soto's feathers is what I'm asking. Why would Lindor being named captain upset Juan Soto?
You have to ask Juan Soto. Because
Judge was the captain on the Yankees.
Yeah, but he was every
and they
Judge.
Had a great relationship.
So this is Judge, and Judge is already established brand, right? And Judge is already considered. He's considered who led the team in home runs.
I just think that this entire situation is toxic, and if we end up getting Lindor traded, just think about the list of things that would have happened. And I know we got to hit a break here. Since you acquired Soto, it's the manager's fired, the best player on the team before Soto got traded. Alonso's gone. We remade the roster. Everyone wants the GM fired. It's a disaster. And then to throw in there, you've missed the playoffs 2 consecutive seasons with all these high expectations and the amount of money being spent.
You're aligned. We're aligned. Listen. With this whole Soto and Lindor thing kind of hanging around, we forgetting that Singer sucks.
He was terrible.
That's who I want gone.
He's one of the biggest winners from this whole thing.
Yes,
you don't have to.
You can't even find this dude. This dude is nobody irritates me more than him. The ghost pitch. Ghost pitch.
let's hit a break here. 800-919-3776. Ty Butler in for Chris Carlin. We go till 1 p.m. leading you into the K Show. It is ESPN New York and the ESPN New York app.
Wherever your day takes you, across New Jersey, into New York, or down to Philadelphia, New Jersey Transit gets you there. Skip the traffic and stay on track. With busy travel periods ahead, plan ahead, check schedules, and allow extra time for your trip. From workdays to weekends, New Jersey Transit keeps your routine moving with reliable, convenient service. Ride smart. Plan your trip at njtransit.com.
1877 Cars for Kids. KARS Cars for Kids. 1877 Cars for Kids. Donate your car today.
Call 877-CARS-FOR-KIDS to reach a friendly live agent. Donation is super easy, and your car can be picked up as soon as tomorrow. Call us now or go to carsforkids.org.
7 Cars for Kids. Donate your car today.
Did you know you can donate real estate too?
Mornings with DiPietro and Rothenberg.
Plus, only Aaron Judge made some comments about the team, little lack of focus. How much do you think, should this continue, would reflect on the manager?
Booney is trying to find ways to get these guys going. When Aaron Judge chooses to speak like that, that says something about what he's seeing on a daily basis.
DiPietro and Rothenberg, morning 6 to 10 on ESPN New York and streaming live on YouTube.
Tickets are on sale now at fanaticsfest.com as Fanatics Fest NYC returns to the Javits Center on Thursday, July 16th through the 19th. The world's #1 sports fan festival puts you where sports, collecting, culture, and entertainment collide. See stars like Tom Brady, Aaron Judge, Jalen Brunson, and hundreds more, including live panels and podcasts, exclusive merch, and Fanatics games with $2 million in prizes. Go to fanaticsfest.com to get your tickets today.
Monkey Sports, built by players for players, is your one-stop shop for hockey, baseball, lacrosse, and more. Find top-name equipment and expert in-store services like sharpening, break-ins, and relacing. Shop in-store at Monkey Sports in Farmingdale or Woodbridge or online for all the top brands. Whatever your sports, Monkey Sports gets you game ready fast. Monkey Sports, where athletes shop.
Progressive knows there's no one more important to your team than your pet. They're like your top draft pick.
And it looks like Chuck has selected Pepper the Corgi. Bold pick there, Deborah.
Yeah, Red Pepper has a high ceiling for sure, but he does have a tendency to bark at every tree.
Yeah, he brings a lot to the table, but also takes a lot off of it, especially when it's been left near the edge.
Nothing left to do now but suit him up for the dog park.
Protect your top draft pick from injury and illness with Progressive Pet Insurance. Get a quote at Progressive.com. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company affiliates of third-party insurers. Not available in all states or situations. Covered subject to policy terms.
When's the last time payroll was the easy part of your week? With Gusto, it can be. Gusto is the all-in-one platform designed to take the hassle out of managing your team, from payroll and compliance to hiring, onboarding, and more. With Gusto, you can get back 2 full days each month with all the time you've saved. Go to gusto.com today and learn why over 500,000 small businesses choose Gusto. That's GUSTO.com. Gusto.com.
What's up, my friends? This is Francisco Lindor.
This is Devin Williams. This is Luke Weaver. Bo Bichette here. You're listening to the home of New York Mets baseball.
WHSQ and WCBS-FM HD2, New York.
Oh, man. What an hour. Ty Butler in for Chris Carlin, hanging with Bart Scott. Yo, Bart.
What up?
I got to be honest with you, man. The level of anger I have right now, I'm going to try my best to be professional, be poised, because we got to kick it for the next 2 hours, leading you into the K Show here on ESPN New York, and streaming live on YouTube. But, bro, they pulled up Spectrum and turned my damn internet off. Unannounced.
Well, you know what's going on, man. Like, it's been a lot of storms, so they're doing a lot of cleanup and stuff around here. I don't know if you get affected by that.
I don't want to hear that, bro. I don't want to hear that.
They didn't know you was on that.
Yeah, so I had to walk outside to the dude who was up in the tree, and I'm like, my man, what's going on? He said, yeah, we're fixing the internet. I said, dog, I'm doing a radio show right now.
You cut off my internet.
Hey, I said, can you put it back on? And he hits me with the, actually, nah, I turned everything off, so I can't undo it. Yes, you can undo it. Whatever you just did, you can undo it.
Yeah.
And I said, all right, cool. So how long is this going to take? I thought you were going to say about 2 or 3 minutes for me. But he said 30 to 40 minutes. I'm like, bruh.
Like, bro,
30 to 40 minutes.
So how we operate now? You got one of those Walking Dead type of travel packs, like where you put out the big old computer that got the satellite internet. You on Starlink right now?
Nah, I went to the corner and I'm on a payphone. That's what it sounds like. I'm on a payphone.
It's all good. In a half an hour, you'll be back like it never happened.
Yeah, man. So I'm frustrated, and I was so agitated. I can't, like, uncharacteristically, I wanted to go off on the dude, but he was mad nice. He was cool. He was like, I'm gonna try to get you up and running as soon as possible. I was like, all right, man. So I had to call Cassie to come through because all of a sudden my phone that typically has a personal hotspot didn't have it anymore.
Because
all of a sudden didn't have it. It didn't have it. And so I called I'm on a family plan, so I call my parents. I'm like, hey, y'all, what's going on with the hotspot? So everything that could go wrong has gone wrong.
It's okay, man. God wanted me to go solo for the day, for a minute. You know what I'm saying? It's all good, brother.
How did it go?
It was cool. It was fine. You know what I mean? We talked to Gilberto. We talked to David. You know what I'm saying? You know, per usual, you know, people are looking at, you know, can Lindor and Soto exist, and why can they exist, or will they just become the newest pair of stars that just didn't mesh right? You know what I mean? Chemistry is super important. If anything showed us that, it was the Knicks. Showed us, you know, Julius Randle didn't fit. You know, we always wonder, like, if Julius didn't get hurt, how would the Knicks have been performed if they would have had everybody together? Look at the record they had with Julius Randle. And it just didn't work out, brother. You know what I'm saying? It was a chemistry problem. He clearly has that same chemistry issue where he was in Minnesota as well, because they moved on from him. Some people, some personalities, certain teams aren't just great fit for them.
All right, so we are streaming live on YouTube. Make sure you subscribe to the channel, ESPN New York. And, of course, 800-919-3776 is where you can find us. I asked you this, and I don't know if I got an answer from you, because they knocked my internet out. If you had to do it all over again, would you still give Juan Soto that massive contract?
I mean, just because you have the best player, one of the best players on, normally doesn't necessarily mean that you're going to win the championship or you're going to be a dynasty, right? We've seen that. Like, it's the best team. So you have to ask yourself, is Lindor and a bunch of good players or better players, you know, better than Juan Soto? And if Juan Soto's your guy, what type of team do you need to build around Juan Soto? And they have to ask themselves, do they have that type of team? And that's only something that Stearns can talk about. I mean, time will tell. But I don't see Juan Soto signing with the Mets gave them, for at least a brief second, gave them legitimacy, right? It meant that, you know, great stars, that they can attract great stars. And the fact that they were able to take something that the Yankees wanted so preciously and held so dearly.
Yeah, and look, I was just going to say, to me, what is so mystifying about this is prior to signing Soto, they had their most successful season in a decade. They were 2 wins away from the World Series.
Yeah.
And then since then, they have been legitimately one of the worst teams in baseball. And look, I'm not saying that's all on Juan Soto. Like, he's been great. He was great last year. He's been phenomenal this year. It's just hard for me to wrap my head around everything that's happened since you signed him, and there not being a correlation between that and the signing.
Yeah, I mean,
what is left though?
But is it the other pieces that you lost? I mean, this pitching staff we thought was going to be a lot better than what it was. You know, we saw Sean Manaea, how he pitched at a high level. Everybody had career years, right? We had, you know, the OMG guy. Everything was vibing. Everything was Kudo Matados. You know what I mean? I thought they lost. I thought when they brought Juan Soto in, they had to deal with something they hadn't dealt with in a long time. That was high expectations. I mean, they faltered when they had high expectations with Scherzer and Verlander, and they were sellers before the trade deadline. You know what I mean? they figured out that building a pitching staff with two dudes that's north of 40 ain't the way to go, right? And
two Bart Scotts. Yeah, that's not the way to go.
Oh, damn. Okay.
Once you get into that Bart Scott age range, you lose you lose some of your stuff.
Okay, McNeil. That's where you at right now,
huh? That's as we learned earlier in the show, you're not able to last as long as you used to.
Well, you know what I'm saying?
You got that job.
See, if you ever ask her, she would say if it take that long, then she had to use some Jedi mind tricks to put her mind in a different spot. You know what I mean?
All right, let's talk about the other team in town because my New York Yankees don't look that much better. And here's the thing, man. The one thing that keeps the Yankees from being unwatchable is that they do have entertainment. And whether it's kicking the ball around on defense or struggling to run the bases correctly, at least they give you action. But
or having a partial stroke at the plate.
I mean, second consecutive game where they strike out 17 times, which has never happened before in 9-inning games. And at least they did win the first one. But, I mean, it's
a 4-game series, right? It's a 4-game series?
Yeah, it's a 4-game set. So best case scenario, obviously you take the next two. But more realistically, you take the split. The problem is, talking about the strikeouts, they're going up against a guy in McClanahan who not only is a strikeout pitcher, he's a lefty. And we know the Yankees struggle against lefties. So
good thing you got Garrett Cole on. He's going to have to stand on his head. Yeah. Is he going to go past 5 innings?
Yeah, and that's the thing. Garrett Cole, up until that last one, had been struggling mightily. This is where you need him to channel his inner Cam Schlittler to give you a big-time performance because the Yankees, if they escape this series 2-2, you feel fine considering everything that is going on.
You don't want them to lose any ground. Yeah, you want them losing the ground.
Yeah, you can't lose 3 or 4 to the Rays.
No, if they lose 3 or 4, then we're going to have to push the panic button because they're losing ground, on the team that's ahead of them in the standings. But I think I forget what our great producer Tom Bauer discovered for us in the email when he's speaking about nobody has ever won the World Series when you struck out this many times
So let me just lay it out for you and then I'll let you get to your point. So Chris Kirshner, who does a tremendous job covering the team for The Athletic, pointed out none of the last 25 winners finished bottom 5 in strikeout rate, and the Yankees are currently at the number 4 spot in K percentage. And so they are the literal definition of home run or bust because they are 4th in strikeout percentage, but Bart, they are number 1. They're number 1 overall in home runs. So
I thought we moved on from the baby bombers, man. Like now we got the middle-aged bombers. Like we've tried this before. We talk about contact hitting. We talk about guys like Bellinger, Goldsmith, supposed to be guys that can put bat to ball and be able to get on base. And them not being able to do that just means that it's a little bit more of the same. That's been their problem in every postseason that we've seen them in. They can't hit in the postseason. It's boom or bust, and you're going against better teams, better pitching staffs, and guys, when you get into the postseason, teams do what they need to do as far as adding, rental players for like when they sense that they can possibly make it to the World Series or compete in the playoffs. And we've watched the Yankees come up short every time, and we're going to need guys to start, putting bat to ball, right? You talk about 17 strikeouts. And today you play the strikeout king right here in McClanahan. So it's going to be interesting to see like how Boone keeps this together, right? Listen, August is a long ways away. And even when Judge comes back, who knows how much he's going to struggle, if he's just going to be the DH, or they're going to just throw him out there. They're not going to put him out there until he's ready to be himself. Ribs are a funny thing, man. Ribs are like hamstrings, man. When you got a tender rib, sometimes you can always have a tender rib, man. Fractured rib, you never know if scar tissue is going to settle around there when it heals up, and you're dealing with like breaking up scar tissue and all that type of stuff. But at some point, man, now that the Knicks have won, our attention is directly on the Yankees. Like, man, it's about time, bro. Like, at what point? Judges, we've never seen a 6'8" dude age before, man. Like, we every year that you get with Judge healthy is a blessing. Mm-hmm. And every time that he plays a full season, he has an MVP type of season, and you waste it, it's an opportunity missed.
And that's what people like me, why we got so frustrated. Because remember, prior to Judge getting that contract with the Yankees, we had talked about how he just misses so much time, like he's injury prone. But starting in 2021, he plays most of the season. Yeah. And so when you have him fully healthy in his prime, being an MVP, and you have Garrett Cole up until last year fully healthy, being a Cy Young Award-winning candidate, and the Yankees are consistently coming up short in the postseason, you have every right to be mad at this front office for wasting the primes of one of the best players in baseball and one of the best pitchers in baseball. And now you land in the spot as we sit here on July 8th. You keep talking about him coming back in August. I don't know that to be true.
Yeah.
They're a couple of weeks away from running another scan on him. I don't know that he's coming back in August. we shall see. Hopefully he is. But even when he does come back, to your point, do we know he's going to be 100% healthy? Do we know we're getting him at his apex? Absolutely not. And one guy who has skated, because we talk about Volpe and we talk about Jazz Chisholm and we go through the list of Ryan McMahon and Dominguez. The one guy who has skated through all of this is the dude who this past offseason got 5 years, $162.5 million, and in the last 30 games is hitting under 200. And I'm talking about Cody Bellinger. What the hell has happened to him, man?
That's what happens, man. Hey, he's supposed to be the utility man, supposed to help you out on all these spots. Like, this is the thing. Like, the Yankees have always had guys to go through these high peaks and these low valleys, right? We talk about Goldsmith, right? 0 for 30. You know, he was a hero last week. A couple weeks ago, he was the hero, right? But that's what happens. But Judge is the equalizer because he's so consistent and so steady that you're able to win these games when he's in the lineup. But when he's not in the lineup, he covers for so many people.
Bart, I get that, but man, you should not go from being one of the best teams in baseball to one of the worst just because you're missing Judge. And I get his value. We appreciate he's the best that there is. So when you lose an MVP, you should not still be as good as you were, but you shouldn't be this bad, my man.
Yeah.
You should not look this pathetic, this lethargic, and this lifeless.
2 weeks ago, like, remember Boone? Not even it feels like it's like baseball. Feel like stuff happened so long ago because you so many games in between. I think it was like a week and a half ago when Boone was just like, we've been here, we're built for this and all that stuff. Now he's starting to get a bit nervous, right? Because we talk about they're in the American League. American League is butter, right? But if you can't win in the butter league, then what does that say about you? That say you ass when you got to go face the National League because guess what? The Dodgers is first to 60.
Yeah.
Again.
Could you imagine? By the way, could you imagine they played in the National League? The conversation would be totally different.
Absolutely.
It'd be about them missing the playoffs. But because they play in this one of the worst leagues we've seen in quite some time,
the Tigers are still alive.
Yeah, they built themselves some equity here. They've got a little bit of the earned benefit of the doubt because even when when all of these teams are healthiest and their best, you still feel like the American League runs through the Yankees. But I wonder, because I heard the morning show talking about this, and Dan Graca mentioned he is of the belief that Brian Cashman is going to operate with some urgency. Like he'll make a deal ahead of the trade deadline just because he sees what's happening with this team. And I'm like, I don't know if that's true because the Yankee mindset is it's a crapshoot. So whether we win the division or we get in as a wild card, as long as we get into the playoffs, we're gravy. And so I don't know if they're going to operate with urgency.
But they got to get it back. Like, they got to get some hitters, man, because you don't know what version of Judge you're going to get. You want to be able to buy him time, too, right? You got to go out and listen, I'm still taking Screwball if I'm getting him for a rental or not. One thing I don't like about the Yankees is they're one of these organizations that overvalue their prospects more than most people value their prospects. And I can't remember Dominguez was supposed to be the Martian. Not so much, right? Every time they try and tell us that, it's somebody that's great in their farm system, they end up not being anything. I remember Florial. I remember Greg Bird. I remember the Kraken. I remember Andujar. I remember, Gleyber Torres,
Severino. I mean, if the list of guys, you could create an entire team of just the dudes who were supposed to pop, and now throw in Dominguez. And Volpe, by the way, too. Volpe.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So just imagine if you were to mix, if you would have traded him for somebody that can help contribute. I mean, what is it? I mean, should they go out? What's your opinion? Because we talked about this earlier this week about maybe going out and get Luis Ariza.
Arias, yes. Yeah, I mean, clearly there are upgrades needed on this team. And the point I wasn't making was they should stand still at the deadline or they will. What I was saying is, do we see it happen? Yeah, do we see it happen prior to the deadline?
Because
the sky feels like it's falling. Like, you need these dudes now.
You got to get them whenever you can. Let me tell you what, man. Like I said, I've been saying about the Yankees for the last, 6 months. The Yankees remind me so much of the Buffalo Bills. Everybody knows that they're right there, right?
Uh-huh.
They just need to be able to go all in and push all their chips into the middle. And when a guy like A.J. Brown is available, they give you DJ Moore. It's like, bro, we want, we can get A.J. Brown. And then the Dodgers will take A.J. Brown, and then that comes out being the dude that hurts you to get your ass kicked. You know what I'm saying? I wish that for once they would say F them picks, like the Knicks said. They would say F them prospects, you know what I mean, and push all the chips into the table. Listen, we'll take one. If all we get is one out of Judge, we'll take that. Yeah. Judge cannot be considered an all-time great Yankee if he don't win a championship.
And the frustrating thing for him has to be he's coming off of a postseason where he hit 500.
Yes.
And the team around him just decided to, urinate all over themselves.
Yep.
And now the next year he comes in, slated to win the MVP again, and he gets hurt. He's watching this mess.
Yeah. What does he make? A little bit more than Lindor? Like, you got a superstar that's worthy of $700 million.
Oh, yeah. He's severely underpaid for what he provides. We're seeing it. This is the MVP case right here. It's actually like the best evidence of him being the MVP of this team and of the league. Forget WAR, whatever. No, forget that. Forget all the metrics. Watch what they look like when he's not in the lineup.
That's what I'm saying.
It's not it. Yeah, watch what this team looks like the moment Judge and for I shouldn't say the moment because for a minute there they were actually playing pretty well, but it is an embarrassment. If you're a Yankee, I don't want to be told, hey, you're spoiled, you make the playoffs. I don't want to care about all that stuff.
Who cares about making the playoffs?
Team is playing, the way that they're playing right now, if they played in the National League, they wouldn't make the playoffs.
They like the Mike D'Antoni Phoenix Birds. Phoenix Suns.
Yeah.
They like the Don Nelson Golden State CMC or so whatever the hell that was. It's exciting. They're going to get there, but they're going to flame out. Nobody has any belief that the Yankees are going to actually get her done. Like, you facing a generational organization in the midst of a run when they're spending money like nobody's business. Like, to do that, you got to match it and stack your chips. You know what I mean? I thought Toronto had the best chance to kind of, if Toronto can push the Dodgers to where they pushed them, and they should have won the championship, all they had to do was win with one, then why shouldn't the Yankees have belief that they can go there and they can beat the big bad wolf?
Oh, you should, especially when the route to the World Series is quote-unquote going to be easy. Because I don't care how.
Just like the Knicks, right? Should be easy getting there. You should be rested. You should be healthy.
Yeah.
You should be able to get it done.
Because, listen, maybe this is ignorance on my part. I still am not a big believer in the Rays. Like, I had much more fear last year when it came to the Blue Jays than I do with these Rays. And it's not to disrespect the Rays, but the Blue Jays passed the eye test for me. I'm like, those are some dogs. That offense is humming, and they want it. They are coming after it. They're going to win the division. They'll have home field. I don't feel the same way about the Rays. And so even if the Yankees don't win the division, I don't think they're necessarily drawing dead the way that I felt last year. But, man, it does mean you got to play an extra series. It does mean you're on the road, and they struggle in Tropicana Field. And now, we're listing the guys. Oh, once Fried comes back, and Rodon comes back, and Judge comes back, and Stanton comes back, that's a lot of players you are relying on to not just come back and be healthy, but survive the rest of the season.
It's a lot of what ifs, man. Like, when I thought that the Yankees were in trouble, when they lost to the Twins. because that's supposed to be Barbara. That's like the Washington Generals beating the Harlem Globetrotters. He's like, hold up, man, you lost a series to the Twins, not a game. Whatever, anybody can lose a series. That's what we doing now.
And they lost it the toughest way possible. They won the first game and then dropped the next, and then just lose. They got blasted.
Where are they at now? Like 2 out of the last 15 or 2 out of the last 16? 3 out of the last 16?
What you mean, the Yankees?
Yeah.
Well, they've lost 10 to 12. And the Minnesota thing you bring up is interesting because I was on going into that series. I was doing the afternoon show, and I said, come Monday, I don't know where the Yankees stand. Because they're like, if we were to simply draft, we're on a 7-game losing streak. We draft opponents based on who we think can help us get right. The number 1 pick would be the Minnesota Twins.
Yeah, man.
And then they won the series at Yankee Stadium for the first time since 2014.
It's like Aaron Rodgers when he's in Green Bay playing the Bears.
Playing the Bears. I still own you. I still own you. And you lose that game. That's like, by the way, Brady playing the Jets.
That
with all due respect to you.
Well, that that with no respect due to me. I feel it all too.
I know I bring this up every show I do. I'm still mad at you for that.
What I do?
Because that's the line of your speech, your sideline speech is the line of demarcation.
Bro, I've been praying that they get something else. Maybe the Mario Jesus can become can't get right or something, get the team right or something. You know what I mean? I think they'll win more games this year than expected. I just hope it's an exciting brand of football.
You told me that. I ain't believe in you, man. You told me that last year, bro.
Well, I do believe in the talent when you think about the skill positions. Like, this can be one of these young teams. I can't remember. Maybe they can be the Ryan Fitzpatrick offense with Brandon Marshall, with Quincy Enunwa, Eric Decker, because I'm really bold on this offensive line, and I'm really bold on these skill position players, and all Geno has to do is not crash the car.
I mean, listen, we can bake into the equation that Breece Hall is going to run for 2K because we know you're the ultimate Breece Hall guy.
Well, they got him listed in the top 10. They got him listed in the top 10. And, this is coming off of a down year, but I think he's going to have more weapons, and they can go to 12 personnel with 2 tight ends now because they got 2 tight ends that's going to force teams to have to figure out how they're going to defend them. Do we stay big sub, or do we go base package, or do we go straight up sub because guys like Sadiq can be treated like a receiver? So we shall see.
Listen, I love you, Bart. But after the disaster that I had to witness last year.
Correct.
I can't.
I told you when I went to camp. I told you when I went to camp, and I saw Jalen Hurts. I was like, Jalen. I can't even remember his name, man. Yeah, Justin Fields. I told you when I went to practice. I was like, nope, bro, that ain't it. I told you. I told you.
Oh man. 800-919-3776. We go all over the place today. We got the Mets on the table, getting into the Yankees. Got some basketball we got to get to. Of course. We're hitting y'all with the Power Hour, top of the hour. And now we've managed to talk some football. I can't wait for football season.
Listen, thank you for the World Cup, for giving us something to talk about. Thank you to the Knicks, that now the transition to football is only merely weeks away.
800-919-3776. We take a time out. Get back to your phone calls. It's Ty Butler in for Chris Carlin, hanging out on Bart and Carlin right here on ESPN New York.
This is the Michael K. Show.
You might all disagree with me on this. 7th game of the World Series. Yankees have to win to be champions. Every single one of their starting pitching is available. I could choose between Garrett Cole, a former Cy Young Award winner. I could choose between Max Fried, Carlos Rodon, Will Warren, Ryan Weathers, or Cam Schlittler. There's one guy on the staff that's dominant and great, and that's Schlittler.
The Michael K. Show, weekdays at 1 on ESPN New York and streaming live on YouTube. Presented by the Parisman Firm.
D'Agostino, Law, Bite Back. This is John D'Agostino from D'Agostino & Associates. Did you know Social Security takes money out of every paycheck you earn? Paycheck after paycheck. And you're not supposed to touch that money until you're 67? What if you can't work? What if you need that money now? The system is challenging and most people get denied. That's a fact. D'Agostino & Associates has the experience to win, and we win a lot. If you filed for Social Security disability benefits and were denied, let us appeal. Call us first at 1-800-BITE-BACK. Bite Back means fight back. 1-800-248-3222. We'll fight to get you paid. D'Agostino & Associates has offices throughout New York and New Jersey and handles Social Security disability claims and appeals. Remember, if you've been denied, call us first. 1-800-BITE-BACK. That's 1-800-248-3222. D'Agostino & Associates. We win. A lot.
Prizes, flyaways, even cash money. You want it? We've got it. Find a list of all contests and official rules by visiting ESPNNewYorkContests.com.
That's ESPNNewYorkContests.com.
Hey, Yankees fans. Join us at Yankee Stadium on Friday, August 21st, as the Yankees take on the Toronto Blue Jays. And don't miss Cody Bellinger Bobblehead Night, presented by T-Mobile. The first 18,000 guests through the gates will take home an exclusive Cody Bellinger bobblehead. Get here early, grab the giveaway, and cheer on the Bronx Bombers. Tickets are available now at Yankees.com/tickets.
Mornings with DiPietro and Rothenberg.
Plus, only Aaron Judge made some comments about the team little lack of focus. How much do you think, should this continue, would reflect on the manager?
Booney is trying to find ways to get these guys going. When Aaron Judge chooses to speak like that, that says something about what he's seeing on a daily basis.
DiPietro and Rothenberg, morning 6 to 10 on ESPN New York and streaming live on YouTube.
Okay, girls, ready to go?
Yeah! Mom, I'm hungry. Can I have a snack? Me too, Mommy.
You want a snack?
Yeah!
Got it?
Children learn from our behaviors.
Mommy, can you open this,
All right, hold on 1 second. Okay. Okay, here.
Thank you.
They learn what is okay from the adults they see.
Mommy, are you on your phone?
If you're a distracted driver, chances are they will be too. What kind of driver are you raising? Funded by the Governor's Traffic Safety Committee.
Hey, it's Alan Hahn. At Rings End, they're there to help realize your modern design visions. That's why they partner with Marvin. Engineered for big ideas, Marvin modern windows and doors deliver effortless elegance, expansive views, and industry-leading innovation, all in a modular system designed to meet the exacting principles of modern architecture. Experience Marvin Modern at a Rings End showroom today and create something stunning with them. Rings End is a certified Marvin installing retailer.
My name is Whitney Allen, and I'm a widow. My husband, Ryan, died. We never thought we'd ever have to use life insurance, but the unexpected happened. With Ethos, signing up was fast and 100% online. You can get a quote in seconds, apply in minutes, and get same-day coverage. No medical exams, and you can get up to $3 million worth of coverage. I'm grateful we were prepared.
Get your free quote at ethos.com/play. That's ethos.com/play. Paid spokesperson. Time spent on application may vary. Online health questions required.
In sports, the tape never tells the whole story. Hiring is no different. AI can make candidates look like an MVP on paper, so knowing the person and the skills behind the resume matters. That's where Robert Half changes the game. Our recruiters combine their expertise with award-winning AI to evaluate skills and fit quickly. Learn how we can find you specialized talent in finance, accounting, technology, and more. At Robert Half, we know talent. Visit roberthalf.com/talent today.
How about that? A little Eminem on this Wednesday. Bart Scott, Ty Butler going till 1 o'clock. At that time, we'll get Michael K for 2 hours. And I just want to mention this. He just tweeted something out. He says, I spoke of a rumor yesterday on the Michael K show that Anthony Volpe would not play second base in the minors. Sounded unlike him, so I checked further today, and there is absolutely no truth to it whatsoever. He never refused to work at. He never refused to work at second, so he is going to talk more about that situation that blew up on Twitter yesterday, beginning with his program at 1 o'clock. So
Michael K was viral.
He went viral because Anthony Volpe apparently didn't
responded. Did he respond? Did Anthony Volpe respond?
No.
Okay.
It went viral, and obviously this becomes a big story now that Yankee fans have no interest whatsoever in watching Volpe play shortstop. But apparently he checked back in on the rumor he had heard, and he says it is not true, and he will expand upon that today, I should say. So 90 minutes from now, the case they're on for his 1 o'clock vehicle. At this time, my man Tom Bauer brings us audio files.
The audio file.
All right, gentlemen. I'm glad, Ty, I'm glad that you're back on the air after your internet snafu earlier.
Got the slow skis.
Yeah, that was a unfortunate situation, as we call that in the business.
But I handled it like a mature professional.
Yeah, you almost fought the cable guy.
Nah. So what I did was, once I made sure we were good, I had to go outside to just double check. Like, we're not going to have any more interruptions, right? We're good? And he gave me the thumbs up.
Gave you the thumbs up.
Yeah.
I don't know if I'm rooting for him to cut it off again.
Nah.
Just to see you go from nougat to fire cinnamon.
My wife is mad at me, by the way.
Well,
Cassie, my wife's mad at me.
Oh man.
Well, because she was out with the kids at the library, and I had to summon her back so I can I told you my hotspot wasn't working, so I had to summon her back, so to use her hotspot.
So now the kids are like, "Yo, what's up?"
And then she gets here, and I'm unable to at the time communicate with her, like,
what's going
on.
You just tell her, "Hey, duck."
So
you know what I'm saying? I ain't got time to explain. Just duck. I tell you to duck. Don't just duck.
There's just a lot happening. She's talking to me, asking me questions. I'm on the phone with my mom. I'm trying to talk to Tom Bauer. There was too much going on.
You know what you're going to have to do. You know what you're going to have to do.
Lay the D down?
Yeah, you're going to have to say that you're sorry afterwards. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, baby, listen, I had a lot going on. I couldn't explain it there, but listen, I want to thank you for always having my back and trusting me blindly. You know what I'm saying? That's what a marriage in a union is all the way about. You're my wingman. You know what I'm saying? I love you. Give me a
suck
kiss.
On some toes.
Like, give me, yeah, whatever she want. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. I don't know what y'all love language is. You know what I'm saying?
Suck on some toes. So maybe we'll get back to that later, and I'll report to you when I'm back with you. I think it's Friday.
Friday.
Friday. Tom,
what you got for us, T-Wizzle?
Yeah, let's get off the love language conversation for a little bit and get into Buster Olney, who was on DiPietro and Rothenberg with Jordan Renan and Dan Grassa filling in for them this week. And this is something he mentioned that's relevant to part of our conversation today of the Mets and Francisco Lindor. He was asked by the guys, will the Mets shop Lindor?
I think at this point you're open for anything, right? The question's going to be, with the potential of a salary cap going forward, would there be another team that would be willing to talk about taking on that contract and having that big of a deal on your payroll at a time when spending is going to be restricted? And on top of that, Lindor can control some of this. And my sense of when that came out last week with Cohen talking about the relationship between Soto and Lindor, I know those two guys, neither one of them, it's not like when you were around that clubhouse last year like it was these two guys were fighting with each other. They just weren't best of friends, and they probably didn't talk that much. I think now they're in a better place. That is not as much of a driving force as it was, but at some point you are going to have to manage your payroll. That's why last week when Cohen came out and talked about, yes, I'm really concerned about 2027 because we already have huge financial obligations, and how do you get better off of what we've seen this year? How does that trajectory change? That's a really difficult path to identify right now.
Yeah, whose fault is that? That's Stearns for spending bad money on bad players, and now they're kind of stuck with that responsibility. But the fact that we keep talking about their relationship and they don't come out and speak about it, just lets me know that it's something. Yeah, but that was weak sauce.
They were both lying, by the way.
Yeah, but they said, right, that's what I'm saying. Like, if you're going to lie, so whatever your lie is, we know that it's a little bit less than what you lied about. So if you say, I like him, that means you hate him. If you say you love him, that means you can tolerate him. You like him. Right. If you say he's like, this my dog, that means, you might throw him a life preserver if you see him driving.
Yeah,
I mean, it's the thing.
No one was on the same page. So it was Soto on Friday when asked about it who said, yeah, I mean, we had no issues last year. Cohen just a couple of days ago legitimized the issues that they had. And then Lindor is like, yeah, that's my brother. No.
Yeah, once you hit that's my brother, yeah. Your brother what? So a lot of people, that used to mean some people hate their family members.
And that's my point about, and Cohen can do what he wants. He's the owner of the team. My point was simply, you bringing that up just continued to fuel the. It was dead. No one really talked about it. It was going to be a talking point maybe the end of the season, but now you gave it so much more life, and it's kind of permeating the clubhouse again. And we've gotten to the point where y'all might 2 years removed from him finishing second in league MVP. 5 minutes ago, we were talking about him being the team captain. You're going to trade him? Think about the pressure that puts on Soto.
Yes.
Since you've gotten here, we've traded our best player. We've fired our manager. Everyone wants the GM gone. Pete Alonso's like all of that has happened since Soto signed that contract. It feels like 10 years ago. It was only a year and a half ago.
Yeah, but it's no pressure. It's no pressure on Soto because he's playing at a high level. So all he has to do is keep doing what he has to do. Nobody can criticize his play.
No, you are Bart. Really? You, the New York athlete, saying that?
What I'm saying is they can't criticize his play. Now, if his play dips and then we got rid of all these people to make him comfortable, then that's something that you're gonna. It's like when Kyrie got everything he wanted, got the coach fired, got Kevin Durant. He'll get it then, but if he's still balling out and available.
But those are two separate conversations. We can marvel at your individual performance, but in this city, bro, only thing that matters is winning championships.
Yes, but we'll blame Stern, we'll blame Cohen for the pieces that they put around him. We won't blame Soto if he's still hitting like he's hitting. What is that, like 20 home runs?
No, he's a legitimate MVP. Which
you see what I'm saying? You see? Say that again. Say that again. He's a legitimate. You only say he's an MVP candidate. You say legitimate.
In the eyes of many folks, it would be such an embarrassment if he won the MVP.
Are you saying these are empty calories?
No.
It's an indictment on everybody else then that didn't run away with it.
I think it is. He's a great player having a tremendous season. Also someone who should not even come close to winning the MVP.
Why? His team has got the second worst record in baseball.
Exactly. You cannot tell me that he's the most valuable player when his team's going to finish 25 games under 500.
Hey, man.
Worst record in baseball. And it'll end up being one of the biggest failures we've ever seen. That's not the MVP.
Let me tell you something. There's a lot of years when Kevin Love was in Minnesota, he put in numbers. He should have won.
Never won an MVP, though.
He should have.
No, he should not have.
He should have.
Because that's the thing in the NBA.
Nobody can carry some bumps.
In the NBA, outside of, I think Russ was the 6th seed the year that he averaged a triple-double and won the MVP over Harden. In the NBA, you're not winning the MVP if your team isn't a top 2 or 3 seed. That's not happening.
But it's only one MVP in basketball.
Okay, and the award, it's 5. I think it's the ballot is 5. 5 names long. You're not getting MVP votes if you play on a bad team. It just wouldn't happen. And football is the same way, by the way.
I don't know what you're talking about.
You're not winning the MVP on a bad team. Like one of the criteria is you have to have a great season on a great team. In baseball, I get there's a precedence for it because of Trout and Ohtani. You can't give this guy the MVP when it seems that bad.
Meanwhile, you talk about two top 10 talents. Yeah, Trout got the Angels 36 and 56. Actually worse than the Mets. Yeah. You talk about a dude that don't care about winning. Like he had an opportunity to come to the Phillies a couple years ago, man. He want to come to all the football games. Why don't you come out there and play for the damn team?
I just think if this any other sport legacy is different, we care more about individual
how would Trout be remembered? I don't see Trout being one of the best players in the last 3 years.
Well, he will be remembered as an all-time great who was just stuck on a bad team.
And whose fault is that?
If this were any other sport,
would they trade Trout?
Every segment would be he's a failure. He's got to get out of there. But in baseball, it's just viewed upon differently.
I think people think that Trout should leave.
Of course.
But they just know he won't.
He doesn't get crushed.
He don't get any criticism. He should get criticism for not winning nothing. Maybe he'll go somewhere.
Go ahead, Tom.
Well, I was going to play some Aaron Boone here, but honestly, it's probably just going to be more of the same Aaron Boone that we hear night in and night out. So I'm going to go ahead and move on to my other cut that I had. And I'm glad you mentioned basketball and MVPs, because there's a gentleman out there in free agency right now who is going to be signing with one of 3 teams, it looks like right now. And he's won a few MVPs. His name is LeBron James.
Oh, okay.
LeBron James.
And we had an interesting discussion about LeBron earlier before the show, and I'm going to play you a cut right now about where he may be winding up. And Brian Windhorst, he told ESPN Radio yesterday that there are vibes pointing LeBron to one destination.
People in the league are certainly, I think that it's pointing towards Cleveland, but they are operating off vibes. And if you ask me, are the vibes pointing towards Cleveland? Yeah, the vibes are pointing towards Cleveland, but it's just vibes. And I wish I could sit here and tell you, my sources tell me, Chris, that at 6:14 p.m. on Wednesday, here's the thing. In 2010, he announced on live television. In 2014, he announced on the internet. I mean, it was basically through a magazine, but it's essentially in an internet article. Yeah. In 2018, it was a press release. Now he gets to pick the medium. So we'll see.
I think he should do the TV thing again. And I'm being dead serious.
He should come off on Truth Social. Announce it there.
Truth Social.
Juice up the platform.
At 3 a.m., just screaming from his toilet seat.
No, at 3:16.
Just all caps, right?
Mm-hmm.
Signed, yours truly, the GOAT.
Cleveland, this is for you.
I think I'm being dead serious. I would like to see this as a TV show again.
You want to go to, instead of going to the Boys and Girls Club? What's a venue or what's a group that he should support?
Do it again. He raised a ton of money for the Boys and Girls Club.
Yeah, I know. So he's got to do somewhere else.
Yeah, he owns like a school, I think, like in Ohio, right? Like,
yeah, do it at the school.
You can do it there.
The LeBrick James Academy.
I know I got crushed for this, but I don't understand how, if you're a Knicks fan, you wouldn't be interested in LeBron.
Because you like, man, where were you at when we needed you?
Okay, that's 16 years ago. Life was completely different.
Exactly. Now, just same reason I wouldn't let KD come back. We ain't cool.
Nah,
all right.
But that's immature to me. Like, that's a sign of
you can be immature when you're the champ. When you're the champ, you can be immature.
Sure, but don't
keep
you
that same energy.
Don't you want to try to win again?
Yeah, I think the Knicks have had the best offseason in all of basketball because everybody's reacting and trying to go to them. I don't know what the hell the Pistons are doing. They just trade people for trade's sake.
Yeah,
traded Karis LeVert for and gave up 2 second-round draft picks.
Six-team trade.
Yeah. Chris Middleton was trying to run away from Washington. Now he like, bet I'll play for them. Who they got?
That's a powerhouse now. Middleton, Anthony Davis, and Trae Young.
Well, that may be.
Out.
That may. I'll tell you one thing. The Peterson kid has proven that y'all chose wrong. I don't know if you've been watching any summer league.
It's just summer league, so
it don't matter. Anytime you get 12 assists,
overreact.
You get 12 assists. You hit middies, spinning, reverse pivot off the turnaround jumpers. It's not what you do; it's how you do it, baby.
800-919-3776. Do you think Knicks fans? I'm asking you this, Bart. You think Knicks fans should be in on LeBron or no?
I think I wouldn't. I think he'll make it about him. This is a team that's been a true team from beginning to end. And him coming here makes it about him, makes the media around him, the circus. It'd be like signing Tim Tebow.
Come on.
I'm saying from an attention standpoint.
Tebow?
I'm saying from an attention standpoint. How when he came here, he was doing interviews. LeBron is going to be a guy that's borderline coming off the bench, and now he's going to be
coming off whose bench? Off whose bench?
Our bench.
LeBron is coming off what bench?
You can't mess up the chemistry of the starting five.
Come on, cut it out. LeBron is not, if he joins the Knicks, coming off the bench.
He coming off the bench because you're gonna keep him nice and healthy. Keep his minutes down.
Man. Okay, from a minutes standpoint, he's not coming off the bench. It's not happening.
Why not? Grant Hill came off the bench.
There is not a single team in the NBA right now where LeBron signs with them and he's coming off the bench.
Melo came off the bench.
And that includes the New York Knicks.
Melo came off the bench. We the champs.
Yeah, Melo's a lot of things. Love Melo. He ain't LeBron.
We the champs.
And you saying we? Aren't you a Pistons guy?
No, that's only when they play each other. I'm a Pistons guy, but right now I'm a Knicks guy.
You copping, please. Now, Tom, you hear this? You jacking the Knicks all of a sudden because they won?
I was whoa. It's not because they won. It's because I told everybody that I'm a Knicks fan when they playing anybody but the Pistons.
Here y'all go. I'm a Knicks fan.
I'm a Knicks fan. I'm a Mets fan.
I think it's a good time to towel off and take a break and revisit some things on the other side.
Nobody told Ty to go drive through the stop sign.
I did it a couple nights ago and it worked out pretty well. We take a timeout. We are back right here on ESPN New York, streaming live on YouTube.
If you're heading into summer without a medical emergency kit, you're taking a risk most people don't think about until it's too late. Summer colds linger and can turn into sinus infections that last for weeks. Getting sick right now before vacation can derail everything. And when you're traveling, finding a doctor and pharmacy is stressful. That's why I ordered a medical emergency kit. It's like having urgent care and a pharmacy right at home. It includes essential prescriptions like amoxicillin and generic Z-Pak to treat a wide range of common and serious illnesses. So if you wake up sick at home or on the road, you already have what you need. No waiting for your doctor, no hours at urgent care, no pharmacy lines, no copays. Just match your symptoms to the right prescription in your guidebook or call their telemedicine doctor standing by. Start on your meds sooner and feel better faster. Every home needs at least one medical emergency kit. Order yours online in minutes and it's shipped to your door. And save $45 with my promo code 880 at urgentcarekit.com/880. That's promo code 880 at urgentcarekit.com/880.
New York City, get ready as Fanatics Fest returns to the Javits Center July 16th through the 19th, right in the middle of the biggest sports weekend of the summer. With more than 500 athletes and celebrities, every major league, and hundreds of thousands of fans for the ultimate sports fan experience. Get your exclusive merch, rare trading cards, free photo ops, and a full tailgate zone all weekend long. Grab your tickets before they're gone at fanaticsfest.com.
This is Don, Hahn, and Rosenberg.
It's time to start calling guys out. There's been a lack of accountability with the Yankees forever, where you've got a manager that defends. The players are way too comfortable. Everybody gets apologies for how they play. Maybe it's not a lack of focus. Maybe it's just a lack of accountability that they know at the end of the day, I'm still going to be in the lineup. I'm still going to get defended by the organization.
Don, Hahn, and Rosenberg. Weekdays at 3 on ESPN New York and streaming live on YouTube.
From your neighborhood stop to the city and back, New Jersey Transit keeps your day moving. Reliable, convenient, and ready when you are. We're on this ride together. So keep aisles clear, use headphones, and be mindful of fellow riders. Small actions make a big difference, especially during travel times. New Jersey Transit. Ride together, ride better. Plan your trip at njtransit.com.
If you've been injured on a construction site, then you need a lawyer who knows New York's unique labor laws. At the Parisman Firm, they have decades of experience handling construction accident cases and a proven track record of delivering huge results. Their team has already recovered nearly $1 billion for hardworking New Yorkers. From scaffold accidents to slip and falls and equipment failures, they've got your back. Call the Parisman Firm now at 718-WORKERS. That's right, 718-WORKERS, because your case is their cause. Get the justice you deserve today.
This is a special notice to U.S. taxpayers owing $10,000 or more to the IRS. Tax Relief Advocates is urgently notifying taxpayers that tax relief initiatives are now available that may significantly reduce or eliminate what you owe. If you're afraid of an IRS lien, levy, or wage garnishment, don't lose hope. You can now take advantage of these current relief programs to end all collections, reduce the amount you owe, and resolve your tax problem. Even if you have years of unfiled tax returns or are already in a payment plan, you may still qualify for significant relief. Struggling taxpayers can now get relief they need during these hard economic times. A hotline has been established by Tax Relief Advocates for you to call and see what you qualify for. They are A+ rated with the BBB and have over 1,000 5-star reviews. Don't wait. Call 800-575-9087. 800-575-9087. That's 800-575-9087 or simply visit TRA.com.
Congratulations, New York. The Knicks did it. Through battle after battle, they dominated to become this year's NBA champions. Day in and day out, the hard work paid off, and you were there every step of the way. Enjoy the crown. Own it, because this year is your year. A part of your legacy that will never be forgotten. So celebrate this moment, show your pride, and shop the largest selection of official NBA gear at NBAstore.com. A Fanatics experience.
Oh, I love it. Ty Butler in for Chris Carlin. Bart Scott is here. We are taking you until 1 o'clock with the K Show. Hopping into the YouTube comments, the chat, see what the people are saying.
No doubt.
A lot of folks in the chat calling Bart Scott a fraud.
Oh,
Pluto Nash, Bart, using the word "we" to talk about the Knicks. Haywood, Wong, 9:30. Bart is a fraud.
Okay, I'll use the. Instead of we, can I use the Knicks?
Yeah, you can't be out here using "we." When we were setting up for a clash of the Titans between your Pistons
and everybody know what side it was
New
gonna
York
be.
Knicks. You can't all of a sudden start switching up on people.
All right, Ty, how many kids you got?
2.
Okay. They playing each other. Who you rooting for?
This is gonna be a bad analogy. I can already smell it. What's the
who,
question?
Who you rooting
Who
for? They play each other like the Kelsey moms. Who was he rooting for?
Whoever. I am rooting for the child of mine who had the better day, who didn't cry, who didn't have any tantrums that day. That's what I always tell Cassie. Like whoever cried the least, that's who I'm rooting for.
Okay, what about the Kelsey mom? She Travis had 1 too. She wanted Jason to win 1.
Yeah, that's different.
So that's
different.
fine.
That's
so
different
so I look at the Knicks and the Pistons as the Pistons haven't had any good seasons in a long time. If I got to pick between the Pistons, they're my favorite child. Doesn't mean I don't love the Knicks.
But the problem with that, Bart.
No, you got to understand. You got a lot of expats here. You got a lot of expats that live in New York.
But we remember.
Yes.
We remember what you were saying.
I don't hide it.
How you was pumping your chest out.
I don't hide it. And if we would have faced each other, it would have been smoke.
Yeah, it would have been, except your team wasn't good enough to get to the conference finals to meet them.
That is correct. And the Knicks, in their organizational history, hasn't been good enough for 53 years. The Pistons didn't have to wait 53 years. Pistons fans didn't have to wait 53 years to get a championship.
Okay, so that's the type of energy we want from you. Talk your trash.
It's no trash. It's no trash. I want good things for the Knicks.
So you want
not at the expense and the cost of the Pistons.
It did come at the expense of the Pistons.
No, the Pistons, the Cavaliers came at the expense of the Pistons.
Yeah, but it ends up coming at the expense of all of the teams who fell short, who we thought could legitimately represent the Eastern Conference. And now you're operating at a deficit.
Listen, the Knicks benefited from a great path. And the one team that we thought they could beat in the Western Conference, they faced, and they beat them.
Say that one more time.
The one team all year long that we thought they could beat from the Western Conference.
Okay, yeah.
It was the Spurs.
I did pick the Spurs in 7 in the finals.
Oh, so who are you? You the fraud. So you're really the fraud.
No, I'm not.
You picked them.
I'm not claiming to.
First of all,
be
you're a
Knick
LeBrick
fan.
James fan. You're a LeBrick James.
I'm not claiming to be a Knicks fan.
So if LeBrick James,
when I refer to the Knicks, you don't hear me using the word "we."
So do you want the because you choose to like another team. I was born.
No, I'm a Lakers
to love
fan.
the Pistons. Right, but you weren't born in L.A.
What that got to do with it? What's love got to do with it?
So you're a fraud.
No, I'm not. I just was a Kobe fan growing up.
I'm a Kobe fan.
I was a Kobe fan growing up.
I'm a Kobe fan.
But
so tell me what. So you want nice things for LeBron James? You want LeBron James to come to the Knicks so he can win a championship or have a chance to win a championship right up in the sunset?
Okay, no, not at the expense of the Lakers. But what you won't hear me doing is at any point, if the Knicks do win the title with LeBron, referring to them as we. I'm not doing that.
According to Stephen A., did the Lakers sign any black players yet?
Yo, that got people so mad, right?
Reverse racism.
You ain't winning the championship with 3 white dudes.
Who is J.J. Redick? Out of Rupp?
Yo, the funniest thing about that is he doubled down on it. He came out and was like, "Oh, y'all thought I was gonna apologize? Nah, I'm doubling down, tripling down." 800-919-3776. The people in the chat are reminding me that I picked the Spurs in 7. Yeah, I picked them in 7. I was wrong. I'm not running from that.
What am I running
from it?
I said, what did I run from?
No, but what they try to do is, remember you picked the. Yes, I do remember. I bring it up every single time I recap the finals and say I was wrong. I'm not afraid of that. Why would I be scared of being wrong about a series prediction? Which is so ridiculous. Like, oh, all the people, Becky Hammond should apologize. For what?
So LeBron go to the Spurs? Is that his best chance to win a championship?
Spurs, Nuggets, Wolves, I think, are his
best.
Power
rank yours. Since you've been following LeBron James. Or is it whatever team would take Bronny?
No, I would Did you see that story about the Cavs of like open up a roster spot for some games? I would go Denver. No, I'd go San Antonio, Denver, Minnesota.
Not the Knicks and not the Heat. Not the Sixers.
Well, the Knicks, I guess, would be there, but I just don't think it's going to happen.
Not the Sixers.
The Sixers would be fourth. The Knicks thing, by the way, Bart, just to let you know, as much fun as I have with it, it's a lose-lose for LeBron. Because if they fall short of winning a championship next year, he becomes the biggest reason why. And if they win, it's like, oh, you joined the team that already won. It's like Kevin Durant 2.0. So it's a lose-lose for him. He can't win. He can't win, which is why. And Rich Paul talked about why the Knicks are kind of eliminated. Would have been interesting had they not won, but now that they've already ended the drought, he can't do it.
So the best story is LeBron going to Cleveland and helping him beat the big bad wolf, which is the Knicks, and sending them home.
And then also elevating losers. With all due respect to Donovan Mitchell and James Harden, guys who can't get it done in the playoffs.
But Donovan Mitchell's got $273 million.
Yeah, so he is a winner financially. 800-919-3776. We take a timeout. We return for hour number 3. It's the Power Hour right here on Bart and Carlin, airing on ESPN New York and streaming live on YouTube.
On the biggest stage in the world, FanDuel is changing the game because sometimes your player gets subbed off and your bet goes with them. Not anymore. With FanDuel Super Sub, if your player is subbed out, your bet stays in. That's right. If your player leaves the match, your bet continues on with the substitute. So you're still in it until the final whistle. Visit FanDuel.com/local to get started now. All through this tournament, the betting options on FanDuel bring you straight onto the pitch. Who will score the first goal? How many shots will each team have during the match? It's all right there in the app. And with same-game parlays, you have a chance for bigger payouts. And best of all, with FanDuel, you get paid instantly when you win. Let there be goals this summer on FanDuel. 21 plus and physically present in New York. Caught with a gambling problem? Call 1-877-8-HOPE-NY or text HOPE-NY 467-369.
Tricon Construction is growing across New Jersey, delivering larger, more complex commercial projects with the precision today's developers expect. Because when the timelines, capital, and reputation are all on the line, you need more than a contractor. You need a true construction partner. Tricon brings experienced leadership, disciplined project management, and a team built around accountability and execution. From planning to completion, they build with purpose, professionalism, and pride. For serious commercial projects, build with Tricon. Visit triconbuilds.com. That's triconbuilds.com.
ESPN New York is your home for the world champion New York Knicks. WHSQ and WCBS-FM HD2, New York.
At Uline, they know going the extra mile takes hard work. For companies pushing to go further, Uline will go the distance with you. 24/7, they answer the phone to get you the shipping and industrial supplies you need. Business can move fast. Unexpected large orders, adverse weather, new safety guidelines, and changing economic trends. Uline works hard keeping 41,000 items ready to ship, minimizing detours on your way to the extra mile. Visit uline.com.
This is the Michael K. Show.
You might all disagree with me on this. 7th game of the World Series. The Yankees have to win to be champions. Every single one of their starting pitching is available. I could choose between Garrett Cole, a former Cy Young Award winner. I could choose between Max Fried, Carlos Rodon, Will Warren, Ryan Weathers, or Cam Schlittler. There's one guy on the staff that's dominant and great, and that's Schlittler.
The Michael K. Show, weekdays at 1 on ESPN New York and streaming live on YouTube. Presented by the Parisman Firm.
When we started Oakland Roots Sports Club, we needed a strong foundation. Gusto has had our back since day one, making sure every hire, every paycheck, and every player is taken care of. They're the team behind our team. With Gusto, we stay rooted and give Oakland the love it deserves. I'm Idris Argandawal, co-founder of Oakland Roots and Gusto customer since 2018.
See why 500,000 businesses trust Gusto for payroll, HR, and more. Get started for free at gusto.com/roots.
Progressive presents ways to save money that aren't bundling your home and auto insurance with Progressive.
I can't believe the deal we got on these seats for the game.
Wow, they must be pretty high up here. I think my ears just popped.
Yeah, here, put this on.
Is that an oxygen mask?
An official team oxygen mask.
Well, I can kind of see the field.
Good, your senses are still sharp. You're going to need them for phase 2 of the ascent.
Don't save money by sitting in the nosebleeds. You could save hundreds by switching to Progressive. Get a quote at Progressive.com. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company, affiliates, and other insurers. Not available in all states or situations.
All right, let's do it. 2 hours down, one more to play with on this Wednesday. Ty Butler in for Chris Carlin. Hanging out with my man Bart Scott, the big homie, taking you till 1 o'clock. At that time, the K-Show gets underway. But Bart, it's 12 o'clock on a Wednesday, on a hump day. What's that mean?
It's the power hour. It's the power hour, baby.
Wait, so you got to 16. I'm very impressed with that. 16, why is that important? That's the number of runs the woeful Kansas City Royals scored against your Mets last night.
Man.
And a come-from-behind 16-12 win. KC gets 12 unanswered runs. So here's how you set up or sum up the Mets season so far, Bart. First inning, they get runners on first and second for Lindor with 1 out. He strikes out. They're about to come up short, but KC is so dreadful. They somehow commit 3 errors on 1 play, and now the Mets get 3 runs they never should have gotten. All of that to still lose 16-12. Just a terrible, terrible season from your New York Mets. And look, if you're a fan and want to sign up for the portal, I can't knock you for
the fan
it.
portal?
Yeah, I can't knock you for it. Like, what else is there to watch the rest of the way?
Like, man, the thing is too, man. Like, their division is probably one of the most competitive divisions in baseball.
Probably the best in baseball right now. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, you think of the Phillies. I mean, maybe that's the thing. Like, one of those teams are going to be one of those teams that's maybe willing to send Lindor to the Phillies.
That would be dreadful. How about send him to the Yankees? We could use a shortstop. Yankees could definitely use a shortstop.
That's cute, but the Yankees won't spend the money.
Speaking of the Yankees being able to use a shortstop, Michael Kay on his show yesterday mentioned something that he had heard, and it was that Anthony Volpe would not play second base in the minors. And so he double-checked further, and he said it didn't sound like him. And he learned in the aftermath of that there is absolutely no truth to it whatsoever. And so an hour from now, you will hear Michael Kay continue to expand on that thought that Volpe never refused to play second base in the minors. And so you'll get more of that. The Yankees, though, have a lot of trouble. They are in a world of trouble because fresh off of back-to-back 17 strikeout performances, which has never happened in baseball history in 9-inning games. They play tonight against McClanahan, who not only is a strikeout pitcher, but he's a lefty, and we know historically they've struggled with that. So I guess best case scenario is you split the next 2 games.
You got your you just gonna concede this one? You got your white whale.
Yeah, you got Garrett Cole on the mound. Yeah,
you got
absolutely.
your white whale. Whoa.
But the problem is, Garrett Cole can be awesome. The offense needs to score. They need to do something. And they've been dreadful. I get the last couple games they put up some runs, but that offense, for the most part, during the stretch where they've lost 10 of 12, has been an abomination.
Well, you got to figure it out because this is how you're going to kind of have to win games like that. You know what I mean? That's how you're probably going to have to win games is winning tough games. This is how the Yankees always have to lose in recent history. This is how they've gone about their business. So they might as well get used to it. A lot of pressure, a lot of tight games. You better learn how to start winning these tight games, these one-run games, these games with no cricket numbers. You gotta start doing that. I mean, because this has been their reality, not just this year with Judge's health. This every time we've seen him go to the postseason and come up short since 2009.
And so you mentioned Judge, and understandably, there is going to be a regression when the MVP of the league is not part of your lineup for months, right? Like, you're not going to be the same team. And the same goes for Stanton, who is their second best home run threat. But, I mean, to look this bad, should
Stanton be their number 2 home run threat?
I guess
or should
Ben
it be
Rice,
Bellinger?
you could argue. I guess you could argue it's Ben Rice.
Well, Ben Rice is going to go to the home run derby.
Yeah,
maybe he can mess himself up. Like maybe he can mess himself up, and have a horrible second side of the season, because that's usually what happens to anybody not named Judge or Pete Alonso.
By the way, did you see who's going to be a color analyst for Netflix for the home run derby?
Jameis Winston?
Deion Sanders.
Got that prime time. How many jobs this dude's got? How many times? Ain't his kids going to be in camp?
He's got every job. He's literally got every job.
He got all the jobs, man. He trying to be Denzel. Let some other black people get some jobs, Deion.
Yo, I you know what I just thought? I would like to hear you as a commentator on the home run derby.
Do I get to call the home runs?
No. You're the color analyst.
I'm saying they don't call the home runs, though.
Yeah, the play-by-play announcer does that. But I would like. Do you think you'd make a good color analyst on a home run derby?
Oh yeah, I'm super dope when it's coming to gassing people up and hyping people up. Hype me up.
I like that. I like the sound of that.
You know what I'm saying?
But the point I was going to make with the Yankees is, like, you get it. When you lose Judge, just like any team losing Judge, you're going to experience some drop-off. But can I see more from the guys we expect? Ben Rice has gotten it going lately.
Did Soto make a decision? Did Soto make a decision yet? If he's going to be in a home run derby?
I haven't
He got nothing else to do. Might as well. I mean, he'll be part of the weekend.
Maybe go join a squad that actually, or be a part of some winning, which your team isn't currently doing. I'd like to see Cody Bellinger, who the Yankees just gave a massive contract to, show the hell up, right? Yeah, 5 years, $162.5 million, and in the last 30 games, my man's batting under 200. So we make a lot about Jazz and Volpe and Dominguez and Grisham. I understand that. But Cody Bellinger is one of the best players on the team. And for the last 30 games, he has not shown up. Got thrown out on the base paths yesterday, which is like a disease on this team. They kick the ball around on defense. They can't run the bases well. Cody Bellinger, can he actually start hitting?
Did we ever figure out what happened to your boy at the base the other day?
What are you talking about, Jazz?
No, he had the seizure where he just froze at the plate.
Oh, Caballero last night?
He was the hero before.
Man.
Was he point shaving?
I don't know. I'm sorry to put you guys on the spot. Do we have Caballero's answer to that? Because last night, and I'm sure you guys have seen it. It's all over
a hero
social
before,
media.
man. He was a hero.
Caballero hit not one but 2 home runs on Monday night to help the Yankees get into the win column. I don't know what was going on yesterday, but it's a 3-2 count, and like mid at bat, like as the pitch is being thrown, just drops the bat to the ground. And all of us watching it just were confused as to what was happening.
He got a heavy bat. He was up there too long.
I think after the game he said as much. He was just, they were asking like what went on there. He's just like, I don't know. But that is, to me, and I think sometimes we do go a little too far in our criticism of Boone, but that to me is a sign of what we would call in other sports a team that is not well coached. I guess in this instance it's not well managed, getting picked off of bases, losing track of how many outs there are in innings, which we've seen from the Yankees in the past. That at bat, like what's going on there with Caballero?
I mean, Judge talked about the lack of focus.
The focus, right? Him and Chisholm both said the same thing. They lack focus.
Yeah. I mean, we're a couple of weeks away from Lollipop Gate, Blow Pop Gate.
Which I thought was people that get mad about that, I thought was nuts.
Much to do about nothing.
Tom
had never heard of a blow pop. He thought it was a Tootsie Pop. Like, no, man, it's bubblegum in the middle. That's why it's in there, because baseball players
you got to get to the middle of it. You suck it until you get to the middle of it.
Yeah, that's how you do it.
Then you get the bubble gum.
How long before you break it down?
I don't know.
Before you take a bite?
I was never into that kind of stuff. That's a you thing.
It's called blow pop.
I was never a blow pop kind of guy. I just
sure you're a Tootsie Pop guy.
Nah, I thought all of that looked crazy. I even eat my bananas a certain way.
You didn't get your dim sum? You didn't get your dim sum?
Nah, man.
Like, you know them little bitty ones you get when you just get a shot from your doctor?
Yeah. How do you eat bananas?
Who, me?
Yeah, do you bring the banana to your mouth or do you?
Yeah, dum. Yeah.
Show to us on YouTube how you eat bananas.
I usually eat them in a shake or banana pudding.
No, if you have the actual banana itself, like how do you usually eat it?
I've never eaten a banana.
Really?
Not straight. Not out the rind.
You break it off and then you throw it in your mouth? That's how you do it? Or do you bring it straight to your mouth and just?
No, I eat it just like I eat it like banana pudding.
All right, 800-919-3776. Let's go to Al, who's calling us from Brooklyn. Wants to call Bart out on
Hey,
being a
what's
fraud.
up,
What's
fellas?
up, Al?
This is Al B. Remember me? I said you sounded like Q-Tip that one time.
Yeah.
I only call when it's you two together. I only call when it's you two. My favorite duo right now.
I appreciate you, bro.
Listen, man. I'm a Laker fan, but I love my New York Knicks. So I can definitely empathize with Bart and his passion that like who I know Don LaGreca will call me a fraud and I'll wear that tag or whatever, but I remember the 90s. I was in the Army and I was stationed with a bunch of different people and fighting with the Bulls fans and rooting for the Knicks. It's just a part of me. I didn't choose it. It just kind of always been who I am, but I always loved my Knicks. Always been a Laker fan, and that's it. You know what I'm saying? It's like, what if you're in love with two women at the same time or something? It's okay to love them both, right? So,
that's why they call that a polygamous relationship.
And I know a lot of people trust me, all my friends would call me a fraud during this Knicks run because I was, pulling for them and stuff like that. And, I guess by the definition of what Don LaGreca and all that stuff goes by, it's fraudulent.
They don't set the damn rules of what's a fan supposed to look like.
Exactly.
Like, who the hell are they?
I get to root for whoever I want to.
Yeah, exactly. Like, I mean, come on, man. What is so many expats here? A lot of people would live here for work, and then you learn about these guys in the community. You learn about them as people. You hear their stories because they're on local TV. So you root for them because they're good people and they do good things. Like, so there's nothing wrong with that, man. But your home base, one-on-one, is your Lakers. Ain't no wrong with that.
Absolutely. And I remember, Bart, when you first got to the station, I remember you saying, I am going to be a Met fan. Like, you had to choose, right?
Yes.
And I remember you saying, I'm not going to be a front runner and run with the Yankees. I'm going to run with the Mets, because you wanted to, have your local teams for being on the radio and stuff. So
Absolutely.
I respect that, man.
Ty ran to the easy, to the low-hanging fruit. Let me go to the team that's won more titles than anybody. Yeah, you fraud.
It was
you lack of character, man.
I grew up wanting to. I thought I was going to the NBA, so I'm like, yo, Kobe's my guy. I want to model my game after his, and I became a Laker fan. But the funny thing about you is that you pretend like conversations that are had literally like just a few months ago, we forgot, because as quick as you are to say we when referring to the Knicks, you were trolling them.
But I told them I was coming back. I told them. Didn't I tell?
No,
did I
there's
tell
no
them I was
coming
coming back?
back.
I told
There's
them.
no coming back, though.
I told them if y'all see the Pistons, y'all gonna be in trouble, which was the truth. And I told them, hey.
No, you can't play both sides, my
Yes,
G.
you
That's
can.
not
Yes,
how
you
this thing
can.
works. No, you can't.
You can have more than one team, brother.
No, you cannot.
Okay.
That is like quite literally the definition of being a fraud.
So tell me this: I can't root for the Jets and the Ravens.
Well, it's different.
Okay.
Here's the thing. I was actually going to give you an out. It's different because you're a former player, and you played for both organizations.
And the Pistons and Isaiah Thomas was my hero growing up.
No, that's different, though. You didn't play basketball. You didn't play in the NBA.
But Isaiah
was
my hero.
I give it to you.
Isaiah was my hero growing up, and I've lived in New York for 16 years now.
You're promoting fraudulence. You are doing a disservice to our audience, bro.
John Starks, John Wallace.
You had to do pull-ups
all friends
now.
Mine. Clyde Frazier's my alumni.
In consecutive sentences.
Clyde the Glide is my alumni. You know that?
Consecutive sentences said my Lakers.
Did you just make up another word?
Knicks.
Did you just make up another word?
Consecutive?
Is that a real word?
Wait. You think consecutive is a made-up word?
You said consecutive.
No, I didn't say that. What I was saying was you had a dude pull up on the show just now, and shout out to him, big fan. I appreciate him. But in consecutive sentences, refer to the Lakers as my Lakers and then my Knicks and my Knicks.
Consecutive?
And that's cool with you?
Are you saying consecutive? What are you saying? Consecutive? Consecutive. Tom, am I tripping? Did he say consecutive?
He's saying consecutive with a Z a little bit, it almost sounds like.
Okay, I thought I was tripping. I was like, man, I ain't never heard that word, man.
Consecutive? Consecutive.
You're kind of like mixing and matching two different syllables together there.
I just know I heard what I heard.
You thought you was tripping? I said consecutive.
At the beginning of the thing when I don't know what the hell you were saying at the beginning.
Oh, I said
we might have to find that
analogize.
Yeah.
No, I said analogize.
Analyze?
Yeah. No, I said analogize. You were creating an analogy that I didn't like, and that's why I used that word.
Okay.
800-919-3776. Before we get back to the phone calls, you're going to be very disappointed in me. Very, very disappointed.
What you do, brother?
All right.
Confess your sins.
So last night I watched this movie Obsession that came out back in 2025. It's a horror romance. Like this dude has a one wish willow, and he wants this girl to be in love with him, and then it just ends up being a disaster. It's a year old, so I don't want to ruin it for people who haven't seen it. But my plan wasn't to watch this movie. My plan was to watch a movie that actually 2 nights ago I caught the tail end of, because when I got back home, I put BET on, and I was like, oh, let me just catch the end of this movie. I've never seen the entirety of it. And so my plan going into last night was to watch this movie that I had never seen, and the movie is, and I'm so embarrassed to say I've never seen this movie, Boomerang.
That's borderline, dog. It's not as bad as not seeing Coming to America, but you ain't seen Boomerang, brother?
Halle Berry.
Love should have brought your ass home last night.
Yeah.
No,
So I
he's
guess
gay. He's gay. You mean you don't want Mussy?
See? The references are flying over because I haven't seen the whole movie.
Man, you a dog. You know what, Marcus? You a dog, man. You a dog.
I caught the end where he decides like he was in love with Halle Berry, and they're walking down, and she's like, "You better not."
Do you know the story?
Think to look at her.
Do you know the story? The story is that they didn't have enough money. The producing people didn't have enough money. I think it was Paramount didn't have enough money for John Witherspoon. He wanted John Witherspoon to be the father, and John Witherspoon he didn't have any script. They just told him to come in and just be himself. So that's when he came with the bang, bang, bang. You gotta reverse it, Marcus. I heard some girl got you whipped. Wussy whipped. He's like, reverse it. Whip that wussy. Don't let that wussy whip you.
How hard is it to try to clean it up? Like
it's so hard. It's so hard.
It's difficult, right?
He's like, bang, bang. Then they bang him and his mom, him and Damon Allen Greer's mom, got it in the bathroom. You know what I'm saying? She was fixing her wig. He had the mushroom belt. And he said that was all. He said he got that from wardrobe. He's like, yeah, give me a mushroom belt too. They give me, yeah, I like that. I'll wear this. You know what I'm saying? Damon Allen Greer and John Witherspoon, you know where they're from, right?
Where?
Detroit.
Oh, they are?
It's a lot of comedians from Detroit. Keen is from Detroit. Sinbad's from Michigan. Got a lot of comedians from Michigan.
So you're not going to kill me for not having seen
because you young, brother. You know what I'm saying? You need to learn the stories, you know what I'm saying? Check out the feed.
Yeah, but I went to watch it last night, and I couldn't find it on a streaming service.
That's something to watch with your lady, man. You got to watch that with your wife.
Yeah, I know. She was going to watch the movie with me. We both ended up watching
And then she went with Obsession? That ain't even first of all, that's a remake. That's a remake too.
Nah, it wasn't like anything.
It's a remake to an original movie. It was the original Obsession.
It popped up on the screen, and I had heard about it, and I read the blurb, and I'm like, all right, this might be cool. The movie was crazy. That movie was insane.
Because you have to be extra now with the Obsession, with the cops not figuring stuff out. You know what I mean? You got to be no. It wasn't Obsession back in the day. It was
You might be referring to a different movie.
Fatal Attraction. It was Fatal Attraction.
But isn't that also a remake? Because I saw a Fatal Attraction on Netflix.
Then they remade it. Fatal Attraction is back in the day. They did the Temptation thing with I think Beyonce and Idris Elba.
Yeah, that's the one I'm talking about. Yeah. But there's another Fatal Attraction that I thought.
Fatal Attraction is the original, like.
Oh, that's with Fatal Affair is the Netflix one I'm talking about with Neil Long and Omar Epps.
Yeah, those
that
are all
movie
fake
was
remakes.
Kind of corny.
Fatal Attraction is 1987. That's a real one. Fatal Attraction back in the day with Michael Douglas, baby.
Yeah, so I got to get on the Boomerang wave. I think BET is airing it tonight at 6.
You gonna get a million commercials, brother.
Man, I'm not looking forward to that. 800-919-3776. Let's hit Mel in New Jersey. What's up, Mel?
Hey guys, great show. Before I get to my point, let me just say, as a Mets fan who enjoyed the Knicks run, they made it very aware that I can enjoy the run, I can party with them, but go back to being a Mets fan. And secondly, Ty, you're saying consecutive and executive mixed together.
Told you.
So you're saying consecutive.
Thank you.
Consecutive.
Okay.
Well, great show, guys.
Tomato, y'all.
Well, great show. But so I actually called because Wemby been getting a lot of shots thrown at him after the playoffs, and just about his character. And I like to say he's only 22 years old. We had a lot of eyes. I mean, we did a lot of things when we was younger, and then have a lot of eyes on us. But first off, right, they say the push to Jalen Brunson. We seen him get beat up in Minnesota. We seen him get beat up. He got back up. And then secondly, right, not shaking hands after he lost. Number one, he got hit with an egg. And then number two, Knicks fans were beating up Spurs fans. It wasn't just not shaking hands with the Knicks.
Hold on, somebody snuck an egg. Somebody snuck an egg into.
Yes. No, he's talking about when fans were throwing egg at him as he's walking out of his hotel. But that wasn't a Knick player doing that. Those were Knick fans. What does that have to do with him shaking hands with Knick players?
Well, Isaiah did it. The Celtics did it.
The Birds Celtics did it.
But they win the championship. I don't want to sit out there and wait for y'all to be hyping each other up. I'm not mad at him for not shaking hands. I'm mad at him from how he handled it. He's a bad guy wrapped in a good guy's package, and I liked him being a villain. He should embrace wanting to be the villain. He's the next face of the NBA. I don't know if he can hold it. You know what I'm saying? He's going to be the best player, but I don't know if he can hold the face because I feel like Jokic is always going to come back, especially wherever LeBron goes. I think if LeBron goes there, LeBron can help teach him how to be a winner, how to behave, how to be a professional. They just got to figure out how to get rid of De'Aaron Fox. I hear that maybe De'Aaron Fox may be going to Golden State, and then they take Jimmy Butler because they can afford to wait for Jimmy to get healthy.
Yeah, we appreciate the call.
Speaking of being in the face, I feel like we've seen two sides of Kobe. Like Jalen Brunson is more like, all right, well, the job's not done yet. But Wemby, he just looked like a competitor throughout the whole series. But
the problem with Wemby, he ran out of gas. Like why the coach was playing a 7'4" guy. I don't care how lean he is, how vascularly he is, and how lean he is. That's still 7'4" running back and forth trying to keep up for the whole game. The fact that he played the whole game when you're up by 20, but you're up by 29 points or 25 points. And if you would have just stole him 5 minutes, he could have finished strong and had the legs to make a shot at the end of the game. You can't do that to anybody, man. I mean, we were all marveled when Josh Hart went, pillar to post. He ain't asked to play both ways. He plays one way. He plays defense. Josh Hart might get some open shots, but that's not because he had to work to get open. It's because they left his ass open.
I think the Wemby stuff, like people, and we got to hit a break here. People rightfully view him as a dirty player, but as he matures, I think he's got to figure out a way to. I think he's got to figure out a way to marry competitor, physical. not wanting to be your friend, but also not crossing the line.
Did you see what Minnesota was doing to him, man? They were hitting him in his low back. Mitch hit him with a throat shot.
Of course, I saw that, but that doesn't mean he needs to be that kind of player too. The shove on Brunson was just dirty. The undercut on Brunson was dirty. Like that stuff.
But you know how that is, though.
It's inexcusable.
That's Brunson getting at his knees, and he's like, "Man, get off me, little dude."
I just think that he's got to figure out a way to show that same competitive spirit, and be I don't want to be your friend, but also like not cross that line.
But every once in a while, you got to get a felony to let people know you're capable of it.
800-919-3776. We come back. We check your phone calls. We've got Am I the Nozzle coming up as well with our man Tom Bauer right here on ESPN New York.
This is Don, Hahn, and Rosenberg.
It's time to start calling guys out. There's been a lack of accountability with the Yankees forever, where you've got a manager that defends. The players are way too comfortable. Everybody gets apologies for how they play. Maybe it's not a lack of focus. Maybe it's just a lack of accountability that they know at the end of the day, I'm still going to be in the lineup. I'm still going to get defended by the organization.
Don, Hahn, and Rosenberg. Weekdays at 3 on ESPN New York and streaming live on YouTube.
Cars for Kids, KARS, Cars for Kids, 1-877 Cars for Kids, donate your car today. 1-877 Cars for Kids, KARS, Cars for Kids, 1-877 Cars for Kids, donate your car today.
Ready to get rid of that old car? Donate it to Cars for Kids. Call 877-CARS-4-KIDS to speak to a friendly live agent. Donation is super easy, and your car can be picked up as soon as tomorrow. Go to carsforkids.org now or call 877-CARS-4-KIDS to donate your car today.
1-877 Cars for Kids, KARS, Cars for Kids, 1-877 Cars for Kids.
Did you know you can donate real estate too? Go to carsforkids.org. That's cars with a K.
Listen up. Fanatics Fest returns to the Javits Center July 16th through the 19th for 4 days of nonstop action right in the middle of the biggest sports weekend of the summer. See more than 500 athletes and celebrities, including Aaron Judge, Kevin Durant, Jalen Brunson, Jay-Z, Travis Scott, and hundreds more. All at the world's #1 sports fan festival. Tickets are on sale now. Grab yours before they're gone at fanaticsfest.com.
If you're heading into summer without a medical emergency kit, you're taking a risk most people don't think about until it's too late. Summer colds linger and can turn into sinus infections that last for weeks. Getting sick right now before vacation can derail everything. And when you're traveling, finding a doctor and pharmacy is stressful. That's why I ordered a medical emergency kit. It's like having urgent care and a pharmacy right at home. It includes essential prescriptions like amoxicillin and generic Z-Pak to treat a wide range of common and serious illnesses. So if you wake up sick at home or on the road, you already have what you need. No waiting for your doctor, no hours at urgent care, no pharmacy lines, no copays. Just match your symptoms to the right prescription in your guidebook or call their telemedicine doctor standing by. Start on your meds sooner and feel better faster. Every home needs at least one medical emergency kit. Order yours online in minutes and it's shipped to your door. And save $45 with my promo code 880 at urgentcarekit.com/880. That's promo code 880 at urgentcarekit.com/880.
Mornings with DiPietro and Rothenberg.
Buster Olney, Aaron Judge made some comments about the team, little lack of focus. How much do you think, should this continue, would reflect on the manager?
Booney is trying to find ways to get these guys going. When Aaron Judge chooses to speak like that, that says something about what he's seeing on a daily basis.
DiPietro and Rothenberg, morning 6 to 10 on ESPN New York and streaming live on YouTube.
Fans arrive early at Yankee Stadium on Saturday, August 8th for the 78th Annual Old Timers Day presented by Fresh Direct. See Yankees legends put on the pinstripes again and take the field at Yankee Stadium. Relive memories of your favorite former Yankees and make new memories with your family. After the Old Timers Day ceremony and game conclude, stick around to see your Bronx Bombers take on Atlanta. Get your Saturday, August 8th Old Timers Day tickets presented by Fresh Direct at Yankees.com/tickets today.
Progressive presents the Passionate Sports Fan Checklist.
Signed jersey of your favorite bench warmer? Check. 14 bobbleheads that look nothing like the players they're emulating? Check. Twin TVs so you can watch the game on 2 different networks simultaneously? Check. Life-size wall sticker of your favorite player that routinely freaks you out at night? Check. A second life-size wall sticker so after the first one freaks you out, you see the second and you're like, oh right, the wall stickers. Check and mate. Bundle your renters and auto insurance with Progressive and save on protection for the things on your checklist. Get a quote at Progressive.com. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company affiliates and third-party insurers not available in all states or situations covered subject to policy terms.
Rich Eisen here. Running a small business means every hire matters. A bad hire costs time and money, but the right one helps your business grow. The challenge? Finding that person without sorting through resumes. That's where LinkedIn Hiring Pro comes in. It screens candidates so you can focus on conversations with qualified talent. With Hiring Pro, you can hire with confidence and build the team you need. Join the 2.7 million small businesses using LinkedIn to hire. Get started by posting your job for free at linkedin.com/Eisen. Terms and conditions apply.
There we go. So this song just reminded me, Jay-Z's got 3 concerts at Yankee Stadium this weekend. We got any plugs?
You going to one?
Nah, man, I didn't cop any tickets, and I'm now regretting that.
Are you excited to go to it? Nah. I'm not a huge Jay-Z fan. I mean, I like some of his songs.
I'm a big Hov fan.
And that's you, man. You should have treated yourself, brother.
You think I should text Kay like, hey, man?
Yeah, you should.
Hope all is well, because that's how you always start the text.
Yeah.
Hope all is well.
You know, I've been filling in for you a couple of days. You know what I'm saying? Make sure that you can get your rest.
Looking forward to the show today. Just a quick question, and then hit him. Bam.
I mean, how would he be? How cool of a dad would he be if he took his son? Couldn't even appreciate. Charlie couldn't even appreciate going to see Hov.
Yeah, is Charlie a Jay-Z fan? Do we know?
Charlie's too young. I'm sure he's not old enough to know. But that's a cool event if you had a plug to take your son to. You know what I'm
saying? The Yankees this weekend are in Washington, so I don't know if there's the ability for him to take Charlie to the concert.
Then he can give you his tickets.
I was just gonna say that. If Charlie wants to go to the concert,
you take him.
Let me know. I'll take him.
You and Charlie go. You leave your kids at home.
We're at the concert. I'll treat him nice. I'll treat him well.
Oh man! Well, of course you being Uncle Ty take care of Charlie. All good.
I love that, Uncle Ty. 800-919-3776. Before we get back to the phone calls, it's Wednesday, so you know what time it is. Am I the Nozzle? What time about?
There are 2 sides to every story.
Everybody need to keep a cool booty, okay?
We're here to judge.
I plead the fifth.
Am I right?
Adoring.
Or am I the Nozzle?
That was wrong.
So, gentlemen, up first on today's edition of Am I the Nozzle, we're going to start with some World Cup content for you, because I don't know if you guys saw this before Mexico and England faced off a few days ago. So they were playing in Mexico, I believe in Mexico City, which obviously gives Mexico the home field advantage, so to speak. And the English players had to stay nearby at a hotel. And supposedly they booked 14 different hotels for this very reason that I'm about to say. Supposedly, there were fans from that support Team Mexico who were outside the hotel shooting off fireworks and trying to make noise all night so that way the English players wouldn't be able to get any sleep the night before. I think we've seen some of this before where, like, fans know where you're going to be in the hotel and they'll go and, like, pull the fire alarm or something like that. It's pretty much the equivalent of that, probably on steroids. So I ask you guys this. As fans, would you ever, 1, consider doing something like that, and 2, is it nozzle behavior?
I mean, it's stupid. I mean, we used to get it all the time going up to Rhode Island. We would get people standing on the roof and making noise outside our hotel and pulling our fire alarm all the time. So that's per the course, for Boston people.
So to answer your first question, no, I would not ever consider doing that. But 2, is it nozzly? Nah, man. That's what we call home field advantage. It comes with the territory. So no, I'm gonna say no. They're not nozzly. Home field, baby.
And also, as Ray just pointed out to me, it didn't work out for them because England ended up winning.
Yeah, but as a fan, the fan felt like they did their part.
Or at least they tried.
Because the experience isn't just what you do at the game. It's, how you behave before as long as you're not crossing any lines.
So that doesn't cross any sort of line to you, as long as they're not, like, harming anybody.
I would have called the fella rallies and say they want to assaulted me with a sparkler.
Put a couple of fire alarms, do what you got to do, punch some holes in a couple of tires, and we're good.
But can we confirm that they were actually at the right place?
That I cannot confirm. Supposedly the rumor is they booked 14 different hotels so that way they could try and stay away from something like that. But even then, if people know it's going to be one of the 14, it's not going to matter.
But that's what you got to do. You got to check in. It was funny also, one of the Mexican, he was on a commercial flight and everybody was like, oh, what the hell? Like, I always surprised, like, people who are perceived to be professional athletes, when they see them on a regular plane, like, they ain't supposed to take a regular plane. Like, they want to waste all their money on private jets.
That's what happened to me when people were asking for autographs. When I was flying to Jamaica last week, they thought I was Mikal Bridges.
Oh, using Jamaica?
Yeah, I went to Jamaica, man.
They thought you was Mikal Bridges. You stood up like, never mind. You sit down like, oh, it's crap.
I'm actually a little bit more muscular. But how about you, Tom? Would you ever do something like that for a team that you're passionate about, one of your favorite teams?
I wouldn't put it past me, to be honest. Like, I could sit here and try and be on some, like, high horse behavior and say don't do that. I'll be honest, it would be something that I would consider, especially when I was in, like, my college days or something like that.
I could see Tom doing something like that. In between banging his head on toilet seats, going to these heavy metal concerts.
They like to say there's banging heads on toilet seats. That's totally not true. I've gotten my head banged on the wall before.
Are you going to the Jay-Z concert? Maybe you start a little mosh pit?
No, I will not be going to the Jay-Z concert.
Sad.
I've got other plans this weekend. Don't you worry.
99 problems, but a chick ain't one. Time got plans, baby.
So, any rate, Ty.
Cheeks.
No. Ty, I played this for Bart when your internet decided to have a moment, let's just say. And I want to get your take on this. So this is Christian Pulisic after the Team USA lost to Belgium in the World Cup. He was asked about his injury, and the last 2 or 3 seconds of this 10-second cut are going to be what I'm calling into question here.
Just twisted my ankle and just sprained my ankle. I mean, it's just frustrating to end like that, of course. But now I have time to rest, so hopefully it'll be okay.
He says, I have time to rest now because I don't have to play a World Cup game for 4 more years, or I don't have to play for Team America anytime soon, as if he wasn't already sitting out to begin with because of all the injuries and whatever he wants to call it.
Is he the Nozzle because he didn't score no goals? They had all this promotion.
When you're the star player of the team and you are an absolute no-show in what ended up being a laugher, like even if Team USA loses competitively, we can have a conversation about whether or not it's a disappointment. It's the round of 16. But they got stomped out, and he was a no-show, and now we got to hear about him being able to rest his ankle. Listen, I don't like to go at athletes, question their toughness. That to me...
Does soccer and toughness go together?
Yeah, of course, man. You got to be tough to be... it's a lot of flopping that goes on, but there's a lot of toughness in soccer. Don't sleep on that. But my point was going to be, listening to that would make anyone question that dude's heart and his toughness. So I don't want to call him a nozzle. Feels a little bit disrespectful.
It's too early,
but
man.
I will say it opens the door to us impugning his toughness and his heart.
I think Flo Balogun should be the captain going forward, but that's just my opinion. Anyway, I got one more for you guys right now, and honestly, I could probably do an entire segment of itself just on Brandon Aiyuk alone because this guy has gone completely off the rails, trying to get himself off of the San Francisco 49ers, and I mean, at this point, I don't even know if he's going to be with another team after his time with the 49ers officially comes to an end. So he's been really trying to become a member of the Washington Commanders, I guess because one of his boys is Jaden Daniel.
College teammates.
Yes, and now, the other day, Brandon Aiyuk said the following. I guess this was on Instagram Live or something like that. He's calling out his former teammate, Jaden Daniels. You're on my team now. You have to follow my rules. You're going to have to stop running behind your mama, and I might believe what you're talking about.
Well, Jaden Daniels said that to him. He was like, I'm a grown-ass man. That's kind of what it was, sparked everything. I don't know if he said that to him personally, if it was on a test or he heard him on an interview. But sometimes, Brandon Aiyuk just needs to shut his mouth a little bit and just – because it's going to come to a head. They're not going to keep paying him for the and like John Lynch and Shanahan is trying to do their best to, like, make it as difficult as possible because they gave him the free agency stuff. He said he actually did speak and say why. He said Shanahan was talking to him like he was talking down to him, and they almost got in a physical altercation, which I understand sometimes coaches can talk reckless. And he also said that he was rehabbing. He just didn't rehab with them, which a lot of people don't rehab with the team. When you remember Vera Tucker got hurt, he was in L.A. A lot of guys go to places that they feel comfortable with because they don't trust the doctors and the infrastructure that they have set up to help to heal them from surgery. A lot of them don't get surgeries by the team doctor, and a lot of them don't like to do rehab with the team doctor.
Yeah, but what's his end game here would be my question.
He just wants to get released. And see, they keep holding him hostage because he's under contract technically. He's made $50 million without ever playing. But, he's trying to force them to not people to have to trade for him to be free to go wherever he wants. So he's hoping that they're going to cut him. And
but this is the
coming
best
close.
You can come up with?
No. The Jaden Daniels is he believed, and he probably been talking to his boy like, yo, I'm going to come. Because it's a natural spot for him with the Commanders, right? Yeah. And so they have the money. They can pay him. And if they cut him, then he gets a lot of his money opposed to, like, them trading him. And, they have to figure out the compensation because nobody's going to give compensation up for him.
Yeah, especially after this.
He ain't played in a year and a half. Nobody's seen him play after the injury. We haven't seen him run. We don't know the surgery was successful. Is he back to being 100%? It's been a year and a half.
Yeah, and then the talk last year was that he just quit on his team because there was a lot of like the details surrounding the injury and the recovery were so hazy. So it felt like he just quit on the team.
Yeah, I don't think it was that. You heard George Kittle saying that he clocked him going 22 or 24 miles an hour when he was rehab because he did rehab some at the facility.
No, I'm not saying it's true. I am just recapping what some of the discussion was in talking about him last season.
Yeah, absolutely. It's been a year and a half at this point. The last time he played was 2024, so he missed the half of 2024, all of 2025. So how long is San Francisco going to play this game without trying to just outright cut him because they don't want to have to eat that money and let him walk away with money in his pocket without doing nothing?
Yes, he's being a nozzle, Tom, to answer your question. He is.
Yeah, but it's Shanahan and Lynch being a nozzle.
Yeah, I know, but the Jaden stuff is just weird.
Well, you know how somebody say, man, you on my team now, boy. Like, he taking it the wrong way. He's super defensive.
Yeah,
that's your only ally. That's your only ally you got. You don't bring nobody mom into it.
Yeah, exactly. And you shouldn't be doing that.
So now if I'm Jaden Daniels, if I'm Jaden Daniels, I don't want him on my squad. I was cool with him. But now go find somewhere else to play.
You can't defend that. You can't defend that at all. 800-919.
Giants can use him if he's out there for free.
You said who?
The Giants can use him if he's out there for free. Meaning he got cut, so he got his money. He lost a lot of his guaranteed money.
They got OBJ pulling up. They good.
See how long that lasts.
800-919-3776. We wrap the show next. It is Ty Butler in for Chris Carlin. Bart Scott with you till 1 o'clock right here on ESPN New York.
This is the Michael K. Show.
You might all disagree with me on this. 7th game of the World Series. The Yankees have to win to be champions. Every single one of their starting pitching is available. I could choose between Garrett Cole, a former Cy Young Award winner. I could choose between Max Fried, Carlos Rodon, Will Warren, Ryan Weathers, or Cam Schlittler. There's one guy on the staff that's dominant and great, and that's Schlittler.
The Michael K. Show, weekdays at 1 on ESPN New York and streaming live on YouTube. Presented by the Parisman Firm.
On the biggest stage in the world, FanDuel is changing the game because sometimes your player gets subbed off and your bet goes with them. Not anymore. With FanDuel's Super Sub, if your player is subbed out, your bet stays in. If your player leaves the match, your bet continues on with a substitute, so you're still in on it until the final whistle. So if you're looking to get in on the biggest tournament in the world, now is your time. Visit FanDuel.com/local to get started. Let there be goals this summer on FanDuel. With FanDuel's Super Sub, if your player is subbed out, your bet stays in. That's right, if your player leaves the match, your bet continues on with the substitute, so you're still in on it until the final whistle. On the biggest stage in the world, FanDuel is changing the game. Must be 21 and older and physically present in New York. For help with a gambling problem, call 1-877-8-HOPE-NY or text HOPE-NY at 467369.
When care matters most, experience matters more. The Allure Group is redefining rehabilitation and long-term care across New York with 6 convenient locations. Their expert clinicians create personalized care plans to help you recover, rebuild, and get back to what matters most. From short-term rehab to long-term care, Allure is committed to comfort, dignity, and results. To learn more, visit allurecare.com. The Allure Group, where care meets compassion.
There are a million reasons to love New York. Making your budget stretch isn't one of them. According to an independent study, Amazon prices average 14% lower than other retailers. Get food, fashion, furniture, and more shipped straight to your building. That's how Prime members have saved over $2 billion on grocery and household items. Learn more at aboutamazon.com.
Hi, this is Don LaGreca. Just like the New Jersey Devils bring intensity on the ice, Viking Pest Control brings the same level of protection to your home. And I know because I use Viking at my own place. The season may be over, but pests are always in play. So it's time to lock in your off-season defense. As the pest control provider and proud partner of the Devils, Viking delivers 45 years of trusted experience to keep ants, cockroaches, stinging insects, rodents, mosquitoes, and more out of your zone. And when you bundle pest control mosquito services, you score big savings. One call, one company, total peace of mind. Visit VikingPest.com. Protecting your home inside and out.
Refresh your yard this summer with 4th of July savings from the Home Depot. Choose your power starting at $99 with tools from trusted names like Ryobi and Milwaukee. From backyard get-togethers to end-of-summer upgrades, 4th of July savings on cordless tools deliver the power and mobility to keep up with every job without slowing you down. Power on the go is here, and summer projects are easier than ever with the Home Depot. While supplies last, see store or online for details.
In this business, time matters. You're always looking for ways to be more efficient and stay ahead. We all have our own time-saving hacks. But if you're a business owner, how can you save time hiring? The answer? ZipRecruiter. ZipRecruiter has a new feature that shows you the most interested qualified candidates first. Save time and meet great candidates sooner with ZipRecruiter. 4 out of 5 employers who post on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. Try it for free at ZipRecruiter.com/sports. That's ZipRecruiter.com/sports. Meet your match on ZipRecruiter.
Congratulations, New York. The Knicks did it. Through battle after battle, they dominated to become this year's NBA champions. Day in and day out, the hard work paid off, and you were there every step of the way. Enjoy the crown. Own it, because this year is your year. A part of your legacy that will never be forgotten. So celebrate this moment, show your pride, and shop the largest selection of official NBA gear at NBAstore.com. A Fanatics experience.
There we go. Ending the show off the right way, a little Notorious B.I.G. Ty Butler in for Chris Carlin. Yo, Bart Scott wrong texted me this morning. And I'm like, hold up. What if he had said something crazy? Because Bart was trying to communicate something to the higher ups about today's show. And I'm like, dog, what if he would have said something like, hey, y'all put Ty in today? Really? I got to work with this dude? But to his credit, that was not the case.
10 toes
so
down,
shout out
baby.
to you, Bart Scott.
10 toes down, baby. CMB, we all we got.
We all we got.
Never not let one of my brothers shine. You know what I'm saying, B? You know what I'm saying?
And I let you shine. Can I fill you in on what really went down when with the whole quote-unquote internet going down for me?
Yeah. You pulled the plug.
It was really me trying to showcase to Winthrop and them boys. Bart Scott, if he really wanted to, he could host solo. He's got it. He can do it.
Just give me an outline, baby. We Gucci.
I was throwing you the alley.
I appreciate that. You know what I'm saying?
One of the most famous alleys in the last 25 years. That's what I was doing for you today.
We like the banana boat crew. You know what I'm saying?
And
you Chris Paul, and I'm the brick.
Nah, can I be a little bit better than Chris Paul? Can I at least be mellow?
Chris Paul, Hall of Fame.
No, but I'm saying at that time.
Okay.
Hold up.
Wasn't Chris Paul still in his bag?
Yeah, but remember, Melo in 2012 was third in MVP.
Well, Melo is the greatest basketball Olympian of all times. That's his claim to fame.
Yeah. So can I be Melo?
All right, you can be Melo.
D Wade.
You
did your thing.
You're Boozer. You're Boozer for the Redeem team.
Judging from the comments on YouTube, Bart Scott held it down. He did his thing. So I'm proud of you, brother.
Man, I've only been doing this for like 13 years.
Uncle Kenny's going to wrap the show up for us, calling from Oakland. What's up, Uncle Kenny?
Thank you for taking my call. First of all, I have to defend Bart as usual. Isn't it tiring for these people to keep coming with the same theory? Get a new theory.
Yes.
Bart is not a fraud. He has a right to support the Pistons. That's his home team.
Thank you.
I support the Knicks the same way he supports the Pistons, and I've been living in Oakland since 1980. And I got a right to like the Warriors and support them.
Preach.
In whatever way I can. But if the Warriors ever play the Knicks, we know who I'm rooting for. It's no question. So you know what I propose? Because I think it's Don LaGreca, he's the one that started all this nonsense. Correct. And I'm older than him, and I've been a New York fan way before him. And I'm telling you that I want to propose that Bart and Don have a discussion about what it is to be a fraud. Because to be a fraud does not mean I like another team where I've been living there 50 years.
And my truth is my damn truth. You know what I'm saying? If I say I like him, and this is the reason why I like him. You can't tell me I can't like two teams.
This is like the 2026 version of, remember back in COVID, it's like, I'm going to do my own research, and then you come up with your own logic. Doesn't work that way, Bart.
Who wrote the manual for who's a real fan and who's not?
If Uncle Kenny is defending you, doesn't really say much. He called my show Sunday to defend you about, I don't even remember what it was. I think I took like a
Don't be down because we valid.
Jokingly. I jokingly took a shot at you about something. It might have been nappy hair or whatever the case.
People love me.
It was about the beach bash.
People love me,
because Kay was doing the exercise, running through the folk, like his number one draft pick for people who are going to pass out at the beach bash. And I said he actually missed the mark on Bart. Bart is dark skinned. So that sunburn might hit him.
First of all, we don't really burn. You'll burn way before me. I got listen, I can be cooked at high heat. You can't. You simmering medium.
But
that little skin gonna burn quick.
All I was saying was don't get fooled by this physical specimen that he is.
I barely sweat. I barely sweat.
Oh no, man. I saw you looking uncomfortable.
No, I barely sweat. I hit the Boost Mobile joint one time for the popsicle, and I hit the Rags twice.
I didn't hear you at all during Family Feud. You was hot.
That's because they had 3-on-3 and Carlin was the host, so we made 7 and 8, so it was 3-on-3. I tried to help him out. I told him pickleball is a professional sport that most people would say. You would think that you would actually go with the person that won Family Feud. You would actually think to go to his fight.
Yeah, they didn't listen to you.
You know what I'm saying?
But my point is, Kenny was defending you on my Sunday show. So that's just
shout out Kenny. Shout out Kenny, man. Real friends defend friends when they ain't even around.
Yeah. The case.
I see you and bring your ass out there, light roast.
It was too hot, and I told you I just got back from Jamaica, and I had my kids who hadn't seen me in a week, so I can't just dip on them for a whole day. You know how that works. It was fun working with you, my man. I'll see you soon.
Oh, it's a pleasure. All right, man. Get that internet right.
The K-Show is coming up next, so tune in. Michael does want to clear up some things he said about Anthony Volpe. So lock in ESPN New York, the ESPN New York app, and streaming live on YouTube.
This is Don, Hahn, and Rosenberg.
It's time to start calling guys out. There's been a lack of accountability with the Yankees forever, where you've got a manager that defends. The players are way too comfortable. Everybody gets apologies for how they play. Maybe it's not a lack of focus. Maybe it's just a lack of accountability that they know at the end of the day, I'm still going to be in the lineup. I'm still going to get defended by the organization.
Don, Hahn, and Rosenberg. Weekdays at 3 on ESPN New York.